devastating podcast out there with your host, Prometheus. Finish him!
Shield is down. I'm in position and ready for immediate assault.
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
Welcome to the Dragon's Den, one of your most captivating podcasts out there, with your host, Lemickius. Finish him!
Shield is down. I'm in position and ready for immediate assault.
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
What's good, people? Y'all already know we are back with another one, man. Please let me know if you can hear me or my guests. Somebody say hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo,
All right.
let's go.
Yo, because last week, listen, I don't know about y'all. Y'all ever did a Windows update and that shit mute all your social apps? Yo, I kept saying, why OBS ain't working? But I forgot the last time I updated my Windows PC. Goddamn, OBS was muted. So we ain't got that problem this week. I see the bars moving, and we got a classic show for your asses. And then listen, people in the chat, man, we appreciate y'all because we could just be talking to each other in a goddamn party chat. But no, y'all giving us your Saturday, these 2 hours, y'all in the building, and I appreciate you. Facts. Whew. With that being said, we got two classic individuals in the building. Now, one of these guys, man, whew, he's a classic guy, man. Met him in Boston in 2019. It's my brother, Mr. HARGEET. Welcome, brother.
We got some fun stuff to talk about, and we'll talk about some mustard stuff.
Yeah. Shout out to K Mega for letting me come on in and kill a mustard last night. I appreciate you, brother. Ooh, that was fun.
You know Colonel Mustard last night?
Ooh. And matter of fact, these dudes are honey mustard. You're not even brown spicy honey mustard.
Stardo.
Oh, he's saying that you sweet. That's what you're saying.
Oh, damn, that Tito's kicking in early post.
We ain't nothing but a few minutes in.
Yo, HARGEET, man, what you been playing, baby? Talk to me.
So I haven't been playing much at all. My thumb is kind of healing. I don't know if you can tell, it was kind of unhappy. I don't know if it's coming through or not.
Oh, it's coming through. This shit pointy.
Yeah, it was swollen.
What happened?
It was about twice the size of my normal thumb.
Oh.
So I wasn't playing anything for weeks. I played Soul Hackers 2 a little bit before it left Game Pass. It was good enough to it was very cheap. They had it for $17 or something. Fine, whatever. I'll pick it up. So I picked it up, but that's it. I haven't really not played much at all. So I'll maybe start getting back. My thumb's kind of back to normal. I can now kind of play without having pain. So it's all right, fine. So that's kind of unfortunately my gaming for the last few weeks.
Oh, you know what? I'm in that club because I've been doing doubles every day. When I get home at 11:30 from 4 in the morning, shower,
He's taking his
food,
ass to bed.
Yeah.
Yo, facts. Last night I was like, I ain't gonna do a double, but I got home. I'm like, yeah, got dressed, started drinking. Yeah, I'm going to this podcast, then I'm going out. God damn. Well, we got
This
another.
man was out.
We got another brother in the building, man. He's a classic like Reebok. He's 5411s, and if you don't know about 5411s, you're not an original gamer. It's my man Post Up. You already know what he do. He be killing you, ponies. Facts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, brother. It's always a pleasure coming on the platform. And we're about to cook today, man. We got a lot of ponies. Every day is always ingredients to cook up a pony. You know what I'm saying? Always.
Yeah.
But I just been chilling.
What you been
the last
playing?
Game I brought Sifu. I'm at the beginning of Sifu.
Yo, that game is dope.
I've been getting my ass whooped. I didn't know I was gonna get my ass whooped that early in the beginning of the game when it just started. You know what I'm saying? I should have put it on a little easy mode, because even the normal mode, you know what I'm saying?
No.
So I'm
You're
trying
all
to
in on that, my man.
I'm trying to get used to the controls. But yeah, the Xbox store has a great sales going on, and I caught it for $13.
Ooh.
On the Xbox. So, and then I just remembered, and I'm gonna do it today. I always wanted to play Brotatoes, and I think it popped up in Game Pass, so I'm gonna download that and get to it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I've
let's
been
go.
crazy week stuff going on with the family. So, yeah, seafood. That's what I've been doing.
Oh, they gotta always get that Game Pass hype train going. Yes, Game Pass. Soul Brothers in the building. You already know what we do out here.
I love that character, bro.
Oh,
Man.
yeah. Don't worry.
Soul,
I got old Papa PlayStation popping off. You didn't see that on Dirt Show? Old Papa PlayStation? Oh,
I didn't
no.
see that.
Next time we do a video and you let me slide in, I'm gonna do it on your channel. Yo, Dirt and Sean said something wrong with Lemon. Listen, you gotta be creative out in these streets. Everybody can't be honey mustard. Yo. Oh man, I'm sorry, people. We trying to stay focused in here. And this man from the Smash Podcast, aka the Replacement Killer, aka Bloody Chuckles, my brother from another mother, Bloody Knuckles, with the best hair in the game. Let's go.
You already already know what it is. It's your boy Bloody Nuts, aka the Mad Dragon of Xbox here, back as always with another week, showing love to my big brother over here on the Dragon's Den. I gotta tell you what, gaming, good. You know, it is swamp for me. I was like, just like HARGEET, I've been going back. I was like, I already own Soul Hackers, but I've been trying to clear up that between that Persona 3 Reload and Infinite Well with Like a Dragon. I've been swamped. Then, you know, this week I just got sent a copy of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so I got that. And then next week, Unicorn Overlord's coming out. I'm backed up. So my gaming has been all over the place.
He's backed up. They won't let him out.
No, my backlog won't let me out. That's for sure. But I was gonna say, you know,
Yo, that was a real plausible statement, bro. Just want to let you know that. He backed up. They won't let him out. What?
Super deluxe pause.
Come on,
Y'all, not already, man. Y'all killing me.
No, man. I was like, we try to ignore it and let it go because we had another thing on, but nah, G had to throw me out like that. I thought it was better. This man's a lowercase G. He's not even a big G anymore.
You know what I'm saying? All right, let me go to my next host, man. Yo, listen, man. Every week this dude come through. He don't say much, but when he speak, you better pay attention. This is my brother from another mother. My man, Super G. It's the guy with the locks that rocks. Every week his locks grow an inch. Facts.
I'm just recovering from the last one, bro. Like, damn.
I don't want to know what this man's doing
combo?
every week.
Yo, listen, man.
Combo breaker.
Yo, everybody's accepted here. We don't discriminate, even honey mustards.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
All right, moving on from that. Man, I'm glad to be back. I've been playing tons of stuff, dude. But I'm on like a survival game kick because I was playing Enshrouded on PC.
Ooh, yeah,
and then
so good.
Nightingale came out, so I was playing that, jumping back and forth between those two, and then also trying to play Helldivers, Cop Final Fantasy. Haven't even fired it up yet.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a lot of gaming going on, so. But that's never a bad thing, right? So
No.
Never.
But
No, I'm mad. I'm mad, bro.
got some hot fire, so.
I moved one level up in Call of Duty since I've been going hard. Pause. So I envy you dudes that's able to play games because I'm kind of after PAX. I'm slowing down, man. I got to get back to my gaming. And I want to say this. Shout out to everybody in the chat, but I don't be gaming on this goddamn $4,000 PC I built. But shout out to the Asus ROG community, man. The ally. I get to play my PC games. Finally getting my 50 points on my Xbox app for playing a PC game. But shout out to them for letting me or giving me a platform allowing me to play for PC games because I don't play my PC when I'm home because it's either PS5, my Series X, or I just picked up Mario Wonder today. That game is fire. Yo, that game.
Trip Mario for the win, boy.
Yo.
Yeah,
And it's challenging. And it's challenging. So I got to shout out that, man. Like I said, I like to bring on people who really game on here. We got some left people in the community, but I always try to bring people who really play these games, man, and give you that history, man. That's a fact. But we're going to move into a topic that I wanted to get these two guys' perspectives of. Post up, we're going to start off with you, and then we're going to go to the HARGEET. Let's go. But PlayStation profits are down. Now, I don't want to just talk. It's not about bashing them because, they are the market leader, even though I said this generation going to be hard to hit 100 million consoles because of COVID. Financial situation. This is why I don't even know why property is going up. Why property going up? People can't afford it. But anyway, that's kind of backwards. You should be dropping the properties. But PlayStation profits are down bad. Now, it either could be from people not buying the $350 million first-party titles. It could be like the third-party deals are biting them in the behind. But with this chart that I got up on the screen, talk to me, Poster, man. What did you possibly, the turnaround, the fix, the resolution, and what is the problem? Because everybody keeps saying these games cost more to make. And yes, the $75 price tag, because it's not $70. That's without tax. The $75 that you have to pay for a game, the advertisement, what is going on with this industry? Because we know it's taking a about face. So what can Sony do? Because we don't want them to leave. Because you don't want Microsoft just in charge. So what do you think about this whole PlayStation profit plummet?
It's been doing that since 2019, 2018, 2019, in terms of their operating income. I think it's incompetence on their part. I mean, and I will say this: they are the market leader in the traditional sense of the
Facts.
industry. They are the market leader of the industry that we was birthed from, that we came
Facts.
from. Now they're going under a reorganization to try to maintain their market lead for the modern day gamer, and then where the gaming industry is going for the future. That's how I look at PlayStation now. In terms of the situation that they're in, they CFO said it. You guys are great at what you do in terms of making great games and being good at your jobs, but when it comes to scheduling and adhering to that schedule, when it comes to budget and knowing how to budget the money that we give you, you guys are terrible. So you're terrible when it comes to business. Now you're good you could create a great IP. Don't get us wrong.
Facts.
But when it comes to the business and kind of maintaining and managing your money, your budget, your scheduling, your time to make sure you're not going over cost and you're getting games out on time, you're terrible. And it needs to be cleaned up. And that's what they're going through now. When I look at PlayStation numbers, Game Over 30 said it the best on my show. As quick as PlayStation have money coming in, they're spending it. Right? Their revenue is up.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me interrupt real quick. I'm sorry. Let me ask you a question. Do you think the profits are down because every other division of Sony is in PlayStation pockets? Because that's their Michael Jordan, technically. And you know
I just think the money is already spent.
Right.
I just think the money is all. It's so. Look, you can look at the revenue. The revenue is high. When you look at that high revenue, that lets us know that people in their community is active in their community, buying consoles, buying games, and things like that.
Right.
But when you make 10.2 billion in revenue and you only get 600 million off that 10.2 billion, that means the money that's coming in is already spent. And you're burning
like credit cards. That's like paying just your minimum payment.
And it's unsustainable. A lot of times they've been on Microsoft ass about Game Pass being unsustainable. And all this time, it's PlayStation ballooning AAA costs, right? Spider-Man cost $300 million.
That's crazy.
It would have cost more than that. If you remember, the guys that work for Sony had did an interview recently, and he said the producers from PlayStation came in the middle of Spider-Man production and told them that they wouldn't be able to hit their mark, and that they had to cut content. So the Spider-Man 2 you got that was $300 million, it wasn't even the full Spider-Man because PlayStation had to come in the middle of production and tell them, look, cut content, we'll get this game out the door because we're way up. Pretty much, I think they was probably way over budget by then. But yeah, $300 million. You're selling that. You're selling consoles. Marvel got you by the balls because you got to give them $100 million off top. These licensing fees and things like that. All that stuff costs. So it's just bad business, bad management. Yeah, I thought Microsoft didn't know how to run their studio.
No. Microsoft don't know how to advertise. Jack.
Yeah.
Jack is.
I'm just saying, it ain't Microsoft with the bad management. It's the company that everybody praise for knowing how to manage their company and their game. And we're finding out that is not the case.
Yeah.
We're finding out that that's not the case. So, yeah.
Okay. So listen. We know what the problem is. You covered that. You covered the ins and outs of the situation. So tell me what's the resolution for Sony? Because, listen, I said last week on the channel, PlayStation hardcore do not match Xbox hardcore. Now, hold on before anybody get their panties twisted up. the Xbox community is based off of hardcore fans. The PlayStation community has a hardcore fan base, but they're outnumbered 3-1 to the casuals. Because you got people. That's what it is, right? When they sold 27 million OG Xboxes, it was like 26 million hardcore people, right?
Yeah.
They're branded. That's why I said when they was talking about doing this games everywhere crap, right? If you take games like Halo, Gears, Forza, Starfield, the main titles, and put it on another system, that will hurt them because your hardcore gonna get pissed off. You lose your hardcore, Xbox, the platform is dead, and you will be Sega. But let me ask you, what is the resolution for a company that have casuals, right? That dominate. What is the resolution for Sony?
It's
In your
not
opinion?
it's not gonna be an easy road. And right now they're cutting right now. They got the Clippers out, right? They give it everybody at the PlayStation studios across the globe ball phase right now. Everybody getting cut, right? So they're gonna try to cut lay off people, cut studios and things like that. I think they're gonna cut back on AAA titles. You're not going to get as many as you got before. And then they're going to try to move down to AA titles because the money they're spending on one AAA game, you could probably get 2 or 3 dope AA games out of that.
Maybe 5.
Maybe 5. Number one. Number two, they need to capitalize on the games as a service market. They need some residual income. They need an IP. I don't know what Destiny is doing right now, but they need a big IP that can offer them residual income on the level of a Roblox or Minecraft. Helldivers 2, I think they fumbled the bag on that. That's our first.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that later. Ooh.
You got a second party studio that's developing. It comes out and does really well, but they don't even have the finances to get the servers to
handle that load.
To handle the load.
Right.
So you're fumbling on that. So they're gonna have to do things. They're gonna cut back on costs on AAA games. They're gonna go to smaller titles, AA, maybe even some indie titles. And then they're gonna have to at least get 1 or 2 big games as a service game, maybe in-house born, to try to get them some residual income. And then on the service side, they really need to find out what they're gonna do with PlayStation Plus. They increased the price on that, but they stopped reporting numbers on that because it stopped growing. So what are you gonna do to grow in that area? You can't continue any more discounts on your hardware. You said because you all can't. Your CFO came out and said, with all the discounts that y'all did in the prior quarter, that still didn't help y'all hit that 25 million mark, and it hurt y'all in the long run. So now you're saying from here on out, you can't do no discounts on your hardware. You might be doing bundling and all that. They got a lot of work to do. 108. They got a lot of work to do, but I think they need to start cutting costs and AAA development, go to smaller titles, and then get some multiplayer games as a service in there to kind of help subsidize the cost of what they want to do with their first party. And then a lot of that starts with trying to get more people into PS Plus to up the numbers and up their residual income they get from that. That's what I see.
Okay. My super chat reader, get my boy 4GQTV. First of all, I'm gonna give my man HARGEET in Boston an official introduction to my man Carlo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to this gaming community for bringing great guys together. You know what I'm saying? First of all, y'all should get along because y'all part of that big gang. Yo, look, shout out to Carlo in the chat with the 4GQV TV $5 super chat. Get that super chat for me real quick. Mr. Bloody Knuckles.
You already know what it is. Shout out to Carlo and the 4GQTV team with that $5 make you holla saying Sony needs PK. He'll straighten their studio size.
Shout out to PK.
Face screen smiling. I mean their studio buys. Super chat, let's go. PAX East at 108 Dragons TV.
Yeah. we gotta sit down and have the good guys together. Yo, I wish Post Up was there, man, but he over there being Dr. Dre. And listen, I follow all your music stuff. You know I got some music friends, bro.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Yeah. I got some music friends, and Post Up is definitely about that smoke out there in the streets. HARGEET, man. First of all, let me say something about my man HARGEET. He's a great dude, but you gotta listen to when he speaks because he definitely hits you with points of views that is factual because this dude is in that type of technical business era. Shout out to him for. Nope, I ain't gonna do that. What he did to PK. Nope. But the man knows his thing. So talk to me, HARGEET. Tell me the problem Sony got, but give me a fix, man. Because listen, I love Sony first party, everything. God of War, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima. I bought all the $300 versions of those games. Spider-Man, I got that 19 inches. And yeah, lady, you heard me, ladies.
Hey, yo.
Bing bong.
He put the ladies out there. He put the ladies out there.
I said the ladies. But nah. Yo, Post Up, you got to say that because, dudes will clip this out. They'll turn it into something else. But HARGEET, talk to us, man. I would never want to see Sony fail. They make some great first party titles, and listen, that's what they're built on, right? But we all know they release God of War twice in one generation, one time out of 5 consoles. So it ain't like do you think they can sustain it? And what do you think is the problem and the remedy? Talk to me.
Gosh, this is a very interesting time in gaming, right? Things are shifting. Look, our generations, we kind of like played on consoles and we kind of keep the console going.
Yes.
And that's why it stays where it is.
Right.
Right. We keep buying them, and the next generations are like, I don't care. I like tablets. I like PCs. I don't really care. I'll be on a mobile phone. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. They can even be on a Switch or a Xbox or PlayStation. They just don't care, right? It's just not the same to them. And the reason it's something to us is because we grew up with the whole console war thingy. That was really just something that we care about. Ultimately, this is just a mixture of very different things coming together. The mobile scene has been taking over revenue-wise for a while, and the sustainment of making games very, very expensive. Well, that was called out 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Sean Layden said it before he left. He's like, this isn't viable. And then they kicked him out. And then he said it afterwards, like, yeah, this idea of making AAA games that keep getting doubled in revenue in production budget. How do you make that back? That's just not sustainable.
Right.
So this is not new. We knew this was coming. At least I've been saying this for a while. I think a lot of people in our community have been saying this. This is not a good idea. You can't just keep doubling down on sad dad walking simulators. You need something else. Jim comes in and says, okay, yeah, that's right, and switches every studio to say, hey, go make it live, make every game live. Okay, you didn't realize when every other publisher did that, it failed miserably. That was not a good idea. Apparently not. So they didn't learn that lesson. Okay. What ended up happening? Exactly what we thought was going to happen. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Phil came out and said the very obvious thing. You can't force a developer that makes single-player games to make a multiplayer live service game. It doesn't work. Okay? Because the mindset needed to make that kind of game, if you're making a linear path or whatever, right, then you have a different story element and different storytelling. That's what you know what to do. And if you're trying to make it into a fast-paced live thing, live games need consistent engagement, which means you have to come in 10 minutes, engage, and get the heck out. That's not a story game. That's just not how that works. It's a vastly different thing. The better thing to do is do it like Pocket Pair, go make Pal World. What's your cost in here? Maybe Microsoft invested $2 million, $3 million. Okay. If they lost it, who cares? Right? But it struck. But for every one of those, there's like 100 that don't.
Facts.
Right? But if you go and spend 200 on, Factions 2, and you don't get anything out of it, it's gone. It's dead, right? 4 years, 5 years, 6 years of investment. They've been working on that alongside Last of Us 2. Then they took another 4 years and said, yeah, we can't do it. Okay. So where did all that money go?
Exactly.
Wasted.
That's why Microsoft put out Redfall. We're going to get some off of it.
Right. It's an entire waste of money. Redfall is another example of trying to tell a single player, story driven studio go make a live game. Well, how'd that work out? Like shit. It doesn't work. That is a terrible move. And what's happening? All those games.
Wasn't that also? But wasn't that also a decision technically from Bethesda internally before?
Yeah, that was pre Xbox. Fair enough, right?
Yeah.
But as far as Sony, that was Jim. Jim said we're gonna switch to this mode.
Switch over.
And yeah, that didn't work. And so now there's a leadership change. We've been saying he got fired. Well, gee, Connie Booth is gone, and Jim Ryan's gone, and Hiroki comes down and says, "What the f are you doing to my company?" Right? That's what's happening. Essentially, he's recognizing it now. Like as you were saying, post up. This isn't new. Their profit margin has been thinning, and I'm like, guys, there's your revenue goes. Oh, why is there money being made? What's going on? 6% you think is cool? Inflation's higher. They're not making money. They're actually losing money. That's where they are. So that's not sustainable. It's just
Okay,
not. An investor
so
would say, well, I'm
what's-
not making money. What the hell's the point?
What's the remedy, HARGEET, from your perspective?
That's what they saying.
This part makes it very hard.
Yep.
Unfortunately, pause. The industry has gone past them, and that is something they are now recognizing, which is unfortunate. Phil recognized it a decade ago and said, "I got to set myself up for where things are 20 years from now." Right? And
Bars.
so they've been specifically fixing all those things to say this is where things are going. We're going to invest in those areas while trying to placate our players who are on the console. We know they need to be there. Like you're saying, yes, there's a very loyal fan base that want the console. It's important, but it won't be 20 years from now. So what do I do to make sure that I'm good with my console until I flip over to the next thing, right? So they're trying to be everywhere.
Forward
which is what they
thinking,
started doing.
right?
Right? Nintendo's going to Nintendo for a while, and Nintendo has this very interesting area where if you had to give a console to a kid, you could give him an iPad or you could give him a Nintendo Switch. With the Nintendo Switch, you're kind of guaranteeing they're going to get family-friendly content. Why? Because all those Nintendo games, Mario Kart and Pikmin and whatever, all those games, Pokemon,
Right.
they're family-friendly games. They're like, here, just go play your game, right? It's very simple. It's very easy. That's why they sell like 30 million copies of these things, because it's the kid console. It's simple, right?
yeah.
So they have a niche. They have that. It's going to keep them going.
Well, we can't say the
Even if they
kid
can do it.
console, HARGEET, because they got us too. They got the kids they raised,
But fair enough.
which is the
Fair enough.
parents, and they got the new generation, all combined like game of gumbo.
Yep, and the next gen console may be able to play everything.
Yeah, it better.
But-
If it don't, I might have to
needs-
take
it
a
needs
hard
to.
pass. I
But
might
it's
have to.
got those very recognized. Everybody knows Mario. Like everybody knows those games.
You're
Everybody
right.
knows Pokemon.
Right.
Yep,
right.
yep.
We've got those recognized names, and so parents will just say, because the kids are gonna want it. They're like, "Oh, what is Pokemon? Can I play Pokemon?" They'll just go, "Here, shut up, there, take your console." Right. So they've got that niche, and that's why they just sell. Who cares? It's fine. They're gonna stay. They're gonna sustain for a while. It's PlayStation. PlayStation makes adult content, right? Not adult, but mature content. They're
Yeah.
not going to sustain if they don't sustain where things are going, right? If the engagement's not going to be on console, where's it going to be? They're starting to realize that, but too late. And I don't know what happens as they shift. This is a problem for them, right? Here's the next few years. Xbox is saying we're going to do a next gen console in 2026. We've got 30 games coming, like a ridiculous number of games coming, right? Ridiculous. They have 10 games coming this year. They have God knows how many next year, the year after, the year after.
Right.
Their launch line for that 2026 is going to include Elder Scrolls,
Oh.
probably a Gears, probably a Halo,
COD.
probably Blade. COD is obviously there. Probably a Forza. On and on and on.
Can I
They have
interrupt you
so
real
much.
quick? You dropping some
crazy
bars, but let me say
lineup.
this. Let me say this for the record. And I love to be messy. Shout out to the insiders. Tom Warren went to Twitter and said Elder Scrolls 6 will be cross-platform
When do you do that?
the other day.
Maybe. I know he was in Xbox Era's.
But I'm going to do this.
Start from the next podcast.
I've been killing you mustard hearts for the last 2 weeks. If this don't pan out, boot on neck. I'm telling you now, don't get mad at the messenger because I repeat what you say.
Yep.
Don't get mad at me.
I kind of am hesitant on whether it is or isn't. They
I'm
could do the same
hesitant
thing
on
and say
that
it's
too.
a year
Phil
later,
came
2
out and
years
said
later.
no. Phil said no.
Right? He did. But then
He
also said
came out and
this
said
is
no.
I'm in the
This is
middle
also
too.
about great exclusive games for you on platforms where Game Pass exists. That
Right.
was also breached. So
Yeah.
Right?
I'll take that for what it is. It's
Right.
Corpo talk.
Yeah.
When they tell me what actually happens, we'll know. Right? but that could be an exclusive, and it could be a launch.
And
line.
it's already
If that's
a property that's already been on other consoles, so he did say he don't.
But right,
and
case
that's
by
where I'm
case,
like,
right?
okay, Elder Scrolls,
But he
okay,
came
maybe,
out
you
and
know.
you listen. FTC documents said that game is exclusive. Phil came out and said that game is exclusive. Sony brought up in that FTC case that
Yeah,
game is
I hope it stays
exclusive,
that way.
and that's when he.
middle, though.
And I'm no. It's okay, but I'm talking the facts, right? Well, we know the judge asked him about Elder Scrolls. No, the lawyer asked Phil Spencer about Elder Scrolls 6, and the judge stopped him and said, "You have exclusive games. Let's not forget."
Yeah.
What was said when Elder Scrolls 6 came up. This is what I'm saying. So listen, 2026, when I'm petty like 50 Cent, don't be mad at me.
Well, but
Don't be mad at Lemon.
Hold up, right?
Continue,
One thing
Hargeet. I'm
out,
sorry.
right?
Just you talking
So
future
PS5
petty
Pro.
is-
Yeah, facts. Listen, I don't keep receipts like digital because dudes be
He
like,
got a petty plan, dude.
I got an elephant memory. I don't forget shit. Right? I may
Talk
not
about
I
preparing to
may
be
not
petty in the future.
screenshot it and have the
You're gonna,
receipts
like,
for
tell it
later.
back up?
But I get my Vulcan Mind Meld on all day, and I'm gonna hold you to that shit, Tommy.
So
Watch.
I don't know which way it's gonna go. I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen. But I would expect it to be a year or two later. But if it does, it does. Right. Because it has been on other ones. Fine. But let's put that aside.
Go ahead. Continue, brother.
Next year is going to be so. This year potentially, we don't know, but there's a PS5 Pro coming, right? Maybe that happens. What games are coming with it? Well, they don't have anything, and this is kind of their problem. Okay. Now,
That is a good point. Because they saying they're not releasing no major titles this year, and if the PS5 Pro gonna drop this year, what is it gonna launch with?
I don't know.
Ray tracing
so you
plus.
Might upres something. You don't have a lot of third-party things coming out, right? The GTA, if it came out this year, okay, that's your anchor, right? You said GTA 6, that's the anchor, right?
Well,
What the heck
who
is
though?
coming out this year? I don't know, right? So the other anchor was supposed to be Nintendo. That moved out to 2025. Okay, so that's moved out.
Right.
So what's this year? It's essentially Xbox's year, right? Xbox is the only one telling us here's
Wait,
games.
wait,
We got
Hargeet.
games.
You're being
right?
messy. You're being messy.
I'm just saying.
PlayStation got some games coming. Pentiment,
Well,
Sea of Thieves, Grounded, and Hi-Fi Rush. Microsoft is here to save the day.
As King would
Goddamn
say,
Mighty
here's your
Mouse out
boy,
here.
Man,
it's your voice in
you
the
know what, man? You know what, man?
Oh damn.
Yo, listen.
Let's say we get this PS5 Pro. It comes out this year. Maybe it comes out next year. They have nothing, right? I'm looking at their studios and saying, if you're pivoting, what games are coming when? Blue Point maybe has something in the next 2 years. Naughty Dog maybe has something because they were working on factions. Maybe they've got something in the works. But all these games are pushing out 25, 26, 27 before they actually have anything.
They're working on Last of
I'm
Us
sitting
3.
there going, what?
We don't know because they cancel games. This games has been canceled. We don't know.
Matter of
about
fact,
some
they've been
that.
canceling
Keep
people.
making a very strong point right now. I forgot
Facts.
about the PS5 Pro coming out this year.
So
Like,
there's a whole console.
Wait.
with
If it's
nothing
true,
to go
if
with
it's true,
it,
if
right?
it's true, right?
if
Because
it's true, yeah.
if
No,
it's
no,
true,
right?
because the
But if it's
PS5,
true-
I think the PS5 Pro was goddamn the revamp, the slim. That's what I thought it was.
But apparently not. It's a 14 T flop, 28 T flop with double execution thingy.
Oh.
Those are the rumors.
Oh,
Whatever it is, right? Okay.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll
But
support
if
that
that comes
VR
out-
now,
And I'm just looking at the like roadmap for hardware,
right?
right? 25, you get the Switch, and that is going to be a big deal that year, right? Why? Because they're going to have a whole bunch of launch games. Pretty big titles that are Nintendo titles. And every third party is going to say, hey, I can put my game over there now. So all the games are going to start coming over there. So that's going to be the big launch thing. On top of that, Xbox isn't slowing down. They're going to add even more games next year.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be big titles.
Mm-hmm.
So those two are good.
But wait up, hold up, Hargeet.
Concord.
Is that the
Their
reason why
game,
they holding on to that
Marathon.
Metroid Prime?
I heard,
launch of the new Switch?
I heard that the Xbox Series S is holding back gaming, right? But the Switch 2 is aiming at The same specs.
Series S. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
So
And-
where we getting that
But
from?
All that's
But
belong.
I also heard
Hey.
that. Look, hang on.
Hey.
There was that mass. What was the game of the year
Whoa.
last year? Baldur's Gate 3 that they were
Yeah.
able to fix an entire frame rate issue and improve
But,
the
but bloody,
performance
hold on.
thanks to a Series S. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
could be
hold
wrong,
on, bloody,
but
hold on. I'm a be even more petty. Didn't AMD just build a brand new graphic card for $335 that aims at 1440p at 120? And that's a big deal? And what is a Series S? Oh, all right. Oh, I'm just yo, listen. I only
the
can
entry- the
promote
entry
I
line.
only
Right?
yo look,
That's the entry line.
I only can promote the facts.
Yep. So continuing on, like this, so 2025 becomes another year of Xbox plus Nintendo,
Oh,
and then PlayStation is going to give you multiplats, right? Because Concord is a multiplat. It's going to do day and date PC. Fair Games is day and date PC. Marathon is everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere, right? What else do they have? Maybe Venom. Venom comes out. So and Hiroki's looking at this saying Helldivers worked. I'm gonna say Venom has to be day and date PC. Why
work
not?
is
Tell me why
past
not,
tense. We're gonna talk about that.
right? So let's presume that they at least do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's drawing you to PlayStation for those 2 years? Not much. Now you go to 2026. 2026 is the year that Xbox is going to drop their next gen.
Wolverine. Come on, HARGEET. Don't do that. Wolverine.
Right. That's going to be their counter to it, right? That they're going to finally start giving you the Naughty Dog game. They're going to give you the Guerrilla game. They're going to, et cetera, et cetera. Those games are going to start coming out, right? Okay, cool. That's when they start launching something. However, now the next gen console is Xboxes, and if they do the PS5 Pro this year, you need 3 years. 3 years to get the next your console out. 3 years. So how are they going to do it? So they're going to go 2027 at the earliest. So they got a year gap.
Yeah, they
All the
can't- they-
games that are the best are going to look best on Xbox. You know that casual market we keep talking about. The casual market looks at what? The marketing for COD, the marketing for GTA, the marketing for FIFA, the marketing for Madden, right? That's what they're looking at, right? Well, Microsoft can easily partner with EA. They already do. They have freaking the whole game lineup in Game Pass. They could just market with EA and say, well, we're going to market FIFA, we're going to market Madden, we're going to market Call of Duty because we own it. And GTA, this one's an interesting one. PlayStation can't afford the marketing for GTA, right? The problem with their market, it's just an unfortunate truth.
So they bowling on a budget.
They have to. They have to.
Question though, HARGEET. Question. The financial situation that they're in right now, right? Because they saying the PS5 is at the end of its life cycle, right? Because the hardware declining. They're about to go out and make a PS5 Pro. They're trying to cut costs and increase profit. If Microsoft release in 2026, is Sony able to release 27, or they have to wait to 28?
Oh no, they gotta wait because it takes a billion. It takes 1.5 billion to develop a console.
Take
You
them
gonna get
till
Xbox
28.
a 2-year window on the market?
Like 360, a 1 year window.
Or a 2-year window. And the reason why that would happen is, look, once you have a console ready to kind of go, at that point you have to have a dev kit. And you have to have a dev kit for 2 years. A dev kit for your party's first year, third party's for the second year. So you have a 2-year gap before they can get there. To make the chip, you have to design it, you have to test it, you have to make it producible. Once you have that, you can then create a dev kit. There's a whole slew of things that have to happen, right? So that's not going to happen in like 2 months, right? So that usually is a couple of years, and that's why they're going to take it. So if you do a PS5 Pro, that is a boondoggle around their neck that they decided to do, right? Because once that's done, now they can start on the next thing. Maybe they're doing some design work now. Maybe they're doing some design work now, and they could accelerate that, but they'll still need a year to actually get manufacturing to make something and say it's viable. That's not going to happen immediately. And
they won't be able to switch, right? They won't be able to switch. Once they put it in, they got to eat it, right? They got to eat that.
Case you're looking at 27.
Oh.
Or normal case 28. And that was what they were targeting, right?
And that's what I was saying.
Xbox is saying, screw that. We're doing 2026. We're going next gen, right? And Switch is doing their next gen next year. So you got them moving forward, and PS5 will stay where it is. Okay, fine. There is a lot of problem of the enthusiasm gap that's just going to happen, right? Nintendo's going to drive some. Xbox is finally going to give you a whole bunch of games. You're sitting there going, well, why don't I want that? And you got Call of Duty marketing.
Dropping
They
them
own
gems,
Call of Duty.
baby.
Right? They're gonna take the casuals and say Call of Duty belongs to Xbox now. And that's what made the 360 go somewhere, right? Is Call of Duty. And if you bring those casuals back to to Xbox, because Call of Duty is now Xbox, well, what does that do to PlayStation? They were saying $1.5 billion hit to their revenue.
Yeah.
Right? Can they sustain that?
Yeah.
I don't know that they can.
You know what's gonna hurt Sony? You know what's gonna hurt Sony?
1.5 billion.
First of all, shout out to the brand new 24 new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to this chat. My man CEO, hit that like button. It's over 100 in here. Hit that like button. That helps the channel a lot. Appreciate it.
I'm just painting a picture of the world they're gonna be in, right? And now you're asking, how do you fix that? Well, let me paint another problem for them. A lot of games would skip the Xbox and skip Switch because it just wouldn't work there. But they would skip the Xbox because it just wasn't relevant in Japan, right? Fine. That's not the case anymore. Phil's been going out. Sarah's been going out. They've been trying to make those partnerships happen. You can't. Does anybody think a Final Fantasy game is going to skip Xbox going forward? Does anybody think anything from Square is going to skip Xbox?
I don't trust them. I don't trust them because Japanese have a lot. Listen. Japanese people, they have a very deep honor. Support your own thing, right? Because you can't.
Who else might be out there?
Hold on. Let me give y'all a fun fact here. You can't become a citizen in Japan. You only can get a citizen if you're from America.
Yeah.
See, people don't know things like that, right? They do not really support. You have to be Japanese.
Of Japanese descent.
they really support their own, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, hold on. Let me finish, Bloody. I don't know if they willing to venture outside of their circles because they doing Japanese favors. And somebody said, "Lemon, that's racist." That's not racist. That's the truth. They're doing favors for Sony, and they'll report.
I don't think it's going to financially work anymore.
It doesn't financially work now, but they will say it is hurting us. So where's Rebirth? On Xbox.
Well, here's the thing. That's what I'm trying to get at is that yes, that Japan is definitely ultra nationalist, especially the older generation.
Yes.
However, our generation now, like the Gen X and Millennial generation, are more open to foreign, especially because of the fact that they see that's where money is.
But bro, it's not about the people. They not in charge.
I get it, but hang on. What I'm
saying
saying,
I gotta get up out of here, man.
I
got you. Thank you for bringing me on, bro.
Yo, thank you for showing, man.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna have to get a Saturday where I can come on a full show.
You gotta tell me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Dr. Dre?
I got you. Then I gotta get you over to the platform. But y'all have a great show. I gotta get up out here. Thanks everyone.
Love is love, bro. Appreciate you.
Cook, man. Love y'all.
Later.
Salute to the God. Go ahead, Bloody.
What I was trying to say is that definitely I would say the generation is making a big change in the way that business is run because of the fact that they are more open to working with foreign entities. I will say that I agree that HARGEET makes a good point is that I think going forward that they're not. I was like, Square Enix has been in a very bad financial situations. Look at how many games that they've released, especially live services, within the past 3-4 years that have launched and immediately been closed down within less than a year in some cases. They cannot keep losing out on the money that they are investing in some of these projects and making that kind of change. I think right now the reason that we're not seeing Final Fantasy VII Remake, we're not seeing Rebirth, and probably the next one is because of pre-established contracts that are already in place. But I think going forward that they cannot lose out on the type of money that they were by leading an entire platform, one that has been willing to make those deals. Look at what they did, everything in the past for Game Pass. Remember back in 2020 when they released the entire suite of Final Fantasy games all on Game Pass. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
All you could talk about Yakuza. From zero when it was from zero.
Exactly. And look at how much Sega has prospered.
Yes.
Since they've been
MLB The Show, biggest ever.
Yeah. MLB, but not even that. Look at the fact that they have been willing to even put brand new games that they were putting out, launching in the service, and they're still continuing to utilize that. Sega is on a massive comeback because they were willing to expand outside of what they've known. I
Facts,
talked about this
facts.
with Yakuza alone, is that series was running for almost 20 years back in 2020, and yet it was less than 7 million sales across 15 years at the time. Now you're looking at the fact it's coming up on its 20-year anniversary, and when it went on to other platforms, that it hit 11 million in no time flat, and it's continuing to grow. They see that. Any company that sees a massive growth in such a short period of time, why are they going to want to miss out on that potential sales number and that increase? I was like, being exclusive.
The problem is they holding on to a lot of their old ways though, and it's costing them money.
They are.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You look at the mentality of these publishers, and they're changing that, right? So, and you have to understand, Nintendo is coming back, right? If they have the ability to play all these games, that is still a Japanese publisher, one of the OGs, right? They're gonna want to put their stuff there. So there's gonna be more potential for that. So that exclusivity thing that was happening with these paid, exclusives that Sony was getting, that they were money hatting, I think that's gonna dry up. So if that's drying up,
it is drying up. We're seeing it right now.
Where are their games? And that's gonna be their problem.
If you gotta cut your own dev teams and fire your own developers, bro, that's gotta stop.
What they're gonna have to do.
You shouldn't be eliminating your own house to fund these exclusive deals, bro.
But
and that's the case.
Because if you're killing your own devs to fund exclusive deals, you're not making games for yourself at that point.
No, that's a fact.
No, you're not.
That's a fact.
That's what it's all.
That is a
back to,
fact.
because look at the. We keep going back to the ABK deal because there's so much information that came out from both publishers and directly from these heads on how these studios are being run, and everyone keeps overlooking that Jim himself said that their first party titles, with the budgets that go into it for developing and marketing, they do not. Well, it's not even the fact that they get the money. It's the fact that they don't get a return enough from their own first party and from their community to be able to fund these games. I was like, you look at God of War Ragnarok, that game did not make enough on its own from its own sales to be able to fund the next one. That's why he said they were worried about Call of Duty being pulled.
Because they use that money to
the third party deals, the way that they fund.
Shout out to Microsoft with that chess move.
Yeah, I mean, basically, by buying ABK, they have solidified that, look, Sony, you aren't the big player now. You just have to accept that there's going to be competition.
Find a new way.
Because of that, you have to think about how you're going to compete, right? And so you're asking how you fix this. A lot of things Post-Up said are true. They're going to have to cut back. You can't have that many AAA big games. You can't keep doing it, right? But they already had that vision, right? The next Spider-Man, they're like, well, why don't we cut it into thirds? And
that's my point in saying that them cutting their own devs is cutting their own games.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Trying to fund all that.
It's not sustainable. And with the fact that they want to keep chasing these devs or these deals, I was like, how are you going to keep affording these 100, 130, 150, however large these exclusive
250, 300.
And yes, exactly. And you look at the sales from those games. It's sometimes they're not enough. I want to use specifically, we're talking about Final Fantasy, Square Enix. They pulled out all these stops to get Final Fantasy 16 exclusive. And how much did those sales hit? They said that it sold significantly less than Final Fantasy 7.
Yes.
It took months.
And Final
for them to hit a couple million.
Final Fantasy 7 took 2 years to hit 2.5 million. But listen, we got to move on. That's the first topic.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a big topic,
it covered a lot into the other stuff because we talk about.
Yeah, true,
but if you
true.
Look at the short term of what they have to do. Yes, they have to change what they're doing. They have to refocus, cut back, change the way they're doing things. The assumption that they can just make a games as a service game, that's not an easy thing to do.
No.
Okay.
No.
A lot of these ones that come out.
But let me tell you this. Once they get one, they need to pour money into it. Just pour money into it.
That's
true.
But
like right now, Helldivers struck gold for them, right? And
if
the support behind it is not where it should be.
You're not going to always find a Fortnite.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's fact.
But no, we won't get into Helldivers later. Hold on, bloody, breathe.
Sorry.
Breathe. This is the first topic.
I know, right?
And we took all the posts.
Can they sustain?
A whole hour on
this.
Can
they sustain? Yes, but I'm almost at. You know how King keeps saying there's no PS6, and I'm like, nah, man. Come on, they're gonna put out PS6. They're too arrogant to. I actually don't know now. I'm not 100% that this is PS6.
Bro, and just go 6. Scrap the Pro.
I don't know if they can scrap the PS5 Pro. They've already put investment into it now.
If it's facts.
Unless the Pro just gets converted convert it into the 6. That's all
That's
they
what
can
I mean.
do at
Turn
this
it
point.
into
Listen.
overclock, do whatever you got to do, or just add new parts.
All right. Let me say
So,
this. Let me
14 T flops for a mid-gen A is not nothing.
let me say this for the record, right? Before we move
Yep.
on, let me say this, man. Sony problem is with the way they develop their games, awesome experience individually. After you beat it, those games got no legs. 500 million went into Halo Infinite. That game generated $1.6 billion. So they got their money back and then some. You get what I'm saying? They have to do the SOCOM route. Hearing that Twisted Metal got canceled, you just eliminated a revenue generating game. Come on. What are y'all doing? Games as a service is not the game, right? But it's a game. It's a situation.
It's a situation to be canceling games either.
Right.
They ain't got nothing coming out. How you cancel it when you ain't got nothing?
Right. But it's a situation, all right, the $10 upgrade for Last of Us 2. I bought that. But how many people bought it, right? And at $10, that's not really no bread. But you got a game like Overwatch, who I got $100 in. Or a game like Fortnite, where I got over $800 worth of characters. You understand? And I love Fortnite. They bring out Blade, they bring out Wolverine, they bring out Superman, they bring out all these characters. I'm jumping in. $20 a pop. I got over $800 in characters. And I know plenty of people. Now they got Ninja Turtles, they got this. That's what Sony is lacking. The legs after the game launch. Now, we gonna get into Helldivers a little bit later, but listen, it's not about a game not being successful from first party when they spend a lot of money. It's about what type of game you bring out that you spent a lot of money on. Do you get legs after the launch? That's the point. And Sony has dropped the ball. SOCOM 1 and 2, highly successful, right? Name another Sony game.
Were they?
No. I'm talking for the
I'm
times.
just curious. I don't know.
For the times, huge for them. They dropped the ball with 3. They dropped the ball with, I think it was a 4 or something. It was terrible, right? They canceled the franchise. Resistance, Fall of Man, awesome. You could have moved that into a games of service. The multiplayer was crazy. We all know multiplayer is where it's at.
Yep.
Factions was not a big deal for them. At peak, I'm a factions player. At peak, it was 2,000 people per month. Terrible.
Yikes.
Terrible. At
They
peak.
complain about Xbox
Right.
games.
So when they was talking, oh, we want factions, y'all wasn't playing it when it was out. That's cap. That's Twitter. I want to support my platform. You're fake. Because I played in peak times, it was 2,000 people a month. SOCOM was like 350,000 people a month. Both of them. They ruined the series. They canceled the game. This is what I'm talking about. But bloody man, let's get to these super chats. We got to move on, and we got to get to these. We got mad other topics. People, shout out. You listen, man. I seen somebody hit y'all up saying hit that like button. That's the least thing you can do. It takes 1 millisecond just to hit the like button. It helps the channel greatly. And thank you for every 100 plus person in here. Greatly appreciate it. I love y'all, man. This gaming community is awesome. Bloody, get to these super chats. We're gonna start off with Sir X Man. $2 super chat.
All right, Sir Axman gave one but two $2 super chats saying, one, who talks longer, PK or HARGEET? Love you guys. And then he said that Don is in the chat preaching the facts.
Shout out to the Don, man. We got to get you back on the channel, bro.
Big shout out.
Yeah, big shout out, man. Listen, so we're gonna move on.
We got one more. I was like, I got one more.
Oh, go ahead.
This one goes out to the man Bunty with that $2 saying, bow, bow, bow. Tell them what Guan drag enough respect.
No. You got to do that right.
That one I messed up, but you know what? It's all right.
Shout out to it's all right. You know, that's why we here. Listen, man, shout out to the chat, man. Y'all awesome. We appreciate y'all, but we're not gonna get into the Sony 900 layouts because we all know that come with the money. But this was crazy. We don't get into this. WB announced the Suicide Squad has been a failure. Now, Everybody I've seen streaming.
Hold on. Do we really need to talk about this? Because I don't think
No.
anybody's surprised by it.
No. But hold on.
Nobody's surprised.
No, but bro, listen.
That shit was a flop before it even went
right,
out.
Right. But let me get to the point on why I put this in. You listen. Before, when I put these topics or links, y'all could dispute. This channel it's about us, not me. I put this in the chat, in our private chat, the Dragon's Den, for one reason. Because I've seen people play this game, the cutscenes, the work, the graphics, and people have liked this game. But this is the problem with this community on Twitter. Shout out to my man HARGEET, who don't indulge in the BS. Because he don't have a Twitter. He don't get involved. But I'm gonna say that.
So it's still an echo chamber, bro. So
No. That's my point.
They still didn't buy that shit.
People watch trailers and be like, "Yo, that is garbage." From those trailers, that game looked funny. It looked dope. It looked crazy, right? But they also complained about Gotham Knights, which is a dope game. This game is fun as hell, right? When you get a chance to kill Batman and Superman, come on, name a game. Come on, you got to be intrigued a little bit. But this is the problem. They put this money into this game to give you a great single-player experience, not a pay-as-you-go, paywall, win experience, just a game, right? Like Avium of Requiem, right? They just gave you a good game, and you mother suckers didn't buy it. Now, HARGEET, developers go out here, aim for the consumer. Don't go for the microtransactions. Don't go for we just trying to win with some BS. They gave you a good game, but the content creators, the social media, everybody attacked this game and the game didn't do well. So when they go back to charging you $1 for buying an eyebrow, are you mad at them? Talk to me. Suicide Squad's good game. Once again, shut down because of the media and this community for crying on Twitter. Please, and I don't know if you played the game, but the game is dope, and it's graphically a beast.
I played the game very early. I have a friend who works at WB, so I played the game in Jan 22, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This got delayed, right, to 23, right? Yeah, so Jan 22. Yeah. And we told them, yeah, no, this ain't it. It was garbage. It was so boring that we gave up. After playing an hour, we're like, we're done. There's nothing in there.
Did you play the finished product?
No. Well, then we played the beta. Well, I played the beta.
Okay.
It came out. Was that
about a month? It was about a month.
Yeah. October or something like that.
Right.
It came out like a month or two before it came out, right? Something like that.
Whatever. And how did you feel about it then?
It added a piece that it didn't have in the first one, which was the tutorial. But overall, it was the same stupid thing. So as far as like the gameplay, if it was continuously just doing hit a beacon and then you hit wave and wave and wave of enemies.
Enemies, right.
Boring. So the cutscenes were good. We got to see a couple of those. And we're like, okay, that's cool.
Awesome. Right.
But the game itself just wasn't fun. And we're like, okay, that's cool. Now, for some people who like that kind of game, I'm sure they love it. That's fine. For me, I'm like, I'm done.
Oh, no. Okay, but let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You remember that game that you fought the big ass bugs on 360 that had really no story? They just attacked the planet and you just killed everything. What's that game called?
Earth Defense Force.
Oh, okay. Thank you. People played that bullshit when the ants was like walking like robots, right? Enjoyed it. Dynasty Warriors. Right? And HARGEET, this is not me. Right, but this is not me saying your opinion is not valued, because very valued. What I'm saying, I'm just pointing out games that was highly successful and had fucking bare bones everything. Right? You trying to tell me Justice League, Suicide Squad, Killer Justice League is not better than that? I'm just saying. I'm asking you. Hold on. Let him talk. I'm asking you, HARGEET. I'm asking you.
So I think played Earth Defense Force when did it come to Game Pass? Because I think I ended
I
up
played
playing
Earth Defense Force
Earth-
on 360.
way
I
later.
think
But-
it was there was one that was backwards compatible. I don't know if it was in Game Pass.
Yeah, something like that. But
Right.
but
We'll
either way,
continue. Right.
playing that. So here's the thing, right? And this is a fail of just realities of that studio, right? So for like you take Starfield. Starfield was made by a studio that made Fallout and Elder Scrolls.
Right,
and
right,
people
right.
expected
Right.
Fallout and Elder Scrolls, and that's not what Starfield is, right? So I play this game.
I think it's
in the
beyond
same
those games,
Arkham
but
universe,
right.
and I'm like, okay, it's gonna feel like that, right? And it doesn't at all. I'm like, okay, these characters are like, ka-thunk, 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 ka-thunk. I'm like, is it just me or are they like 4 times slower than Batman was? I literally reinstalled Arkham Knight. I'm like, am I just misremembering this?
But
No,
Batman
I'm
different. He a ninja. He a ninja.
Yo,
You want the
he
shark
was
to move
so
like a
much
ninja?
better. Yes.
Come on, come.
I don't care. I'm like,
All right.
like, these characters are in molasses mode.
Oh
and
damn.
they're all shooting guns, and I'm like,
But
I just
let me
don't
say this,
care.
dude. Anytime you play an Arkham game and you play with those side characters, they never felt right to me anyway.
Right.
When
They
you had
they
DL
not,
when
but
you
they
had
have to be
DLC for,
different.
like,
They have to be different.
And
I took the Batwoman, like the Catwoman, right? And Catwoman also felt good, right? The character movement was still good, and there were parts I think you played as Robin as well, and it just none of it ever
Facts,
felt
film.
like molasses.
Pockets. I feel you. Facts.
Got it.
So you didn't
Like, it
enjoy
was
the game.
so-
You didn't enjoy the
Not
game.
at all. And then characters are just like the shark dude is just running up a freaking building. I'm like, what? Excuse me? What is this crap? He's just running up a building.
Well, to be fair, they
Why-
had
why
that
is that
back in
happening?
what was that? That was very similar to the gameplay that was in what was it? Prototype. Prototype was
But that's
Prototype was crazy.
yeah, but I was about to say I was
Enjoyed
like,
it. Sometimes you want
So-
over the top. Yo, listen. You
No,
want
fair enough,
you
right?
want to
But
watch
that was the one I was
Equalizer or do you want to watch John Wick? Because John Wick is retardedly good, right? Everybody is shooting and one person gets shot in the room. Come on, like we can't take everything so serious, right? This is gaming. At the end of the game, like John, yo,
But that was
listen,
the
John
point.
Wick
So
is blocking bullets with a sword in the last movie.
he's also blocking bullets with another man's body.
Yo, right? No, that came from Die Hard, but I'm just saying, like, he's blocking gunshots with a sword. Wait a minute. Is he Neo? Or is he John Wick?
So-
Like, come on. What are we doing here?
he's the same. No, anyway. But I know, like, so look, the media is. I thought it was gonna be the same way. I think it was gonna have mixed reactions. Some people
Right.
like that kind of gameplay, and they're
Right,
gonna have fun
right.
with it. And I gotta say, like, the cinematic quality of it was very good, for what I saw. And I'm like, okay, that part's cool, but the rest of it, like, having to just do wave after wave after wave of the same thing over and over and over was like, this is not fun. So, if they had done a better job of it, I played Gotham Knights, right? Played that multiplayer.
Did you
and
like that?
It was. In general, yes.
I
give it
liked
the same
it.
rating, about a 7 something. I think
I liked
it's
it.
in that range.
But 7
I
is
think
not bad. Hoggy, we got to stop with this 80 and 90 stuff.
Exactly,
Not
7
you.
is good. It's not
70 is
amazing.
a good game. You want
Yeah,
good
it's good.
games. There's games that's great. There's games that's amazing. And there's games that's legendary. But if you get a 70 game on Metacritic, I don't go by Metacritic. I go by us. But if you get a 70 in a game from the
I
community,
think it was good.
you want good games. Every game is not Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like come
the
on.
Arkham series, I would give those like 8s and 9s. I think
No,
they were
I would give the
fantastic.
Arkham series
So-
legendary.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
They stand up
And
today.
I would say this
Facts.
is a little lower, but overall it was fun. And we played it co-op. It was great. The thing is, I think it went a little too long. I think it could have been like shortened down to just a bit, but overall pretty good.
Good
This,
game, right?
It just wasn't that for me. It
Okay.
just wasn't that for me. So,
The
I
gameplay
figured it was
wasn't
going to be
right.
like this. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my problem. The gameplay was just
gameplay didn't
weird.
match
Like this
what
isn't
it
fun.
was.
And
Okay.
So like, and I get the story might be fantastic, but it was mired by the gameplay. And I'm like, okay, well, like if they had made that into a normal linear game, I
Right.
think it would have been much more better. It would have been like Gotham Knights. Just give me that.
I
With
like
the Suicide
Gotham
Squad, that
Knights.
would've been
I
fun.
thought Gotham
Yeah,
Knights was
that
gonna be
would've been fun.
garbage, but I enjoyed it. And then I streamed it and was like, yo, I'm gonna stop listening to people before they before the game comes out because
I mean,
I'm
I
a,
give every game a chance, right? So I give
yeah,
it a
you gotta
chance,
give it a
double
chance. Right. Yo, listen, you don't have to like it. I just wanted your opinion because, like I said, it's very valued, and this is one of the
So-
topics. But
So as far as the media thing, I know it was going to hit or miss. I just knew going into it, it's going to be hit or miss. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, and it landed where it landed.
okay, Super G, man, talk to me. Did you play this game? Do you own it, or did you pass because of what was going on? Give me your opinion, brother.
I passed because it didn't look good from the start, bro.
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie. It just didn't look like traditional Arkham formula, which that's what I expected from that studio. It just looked so different. It looked like Crackdown with
No, you won't do that on here. No,
Yep.
I'm not lying.
Crackdown
though.
was
It looked
good.
I didn't say Crackdown was bad. I just said it looked like Crackdown with Batman characters. That's not what I was looking forward to coming from Rocksteady, bro. That's
Exactly. If he wanted,
that's
if he
the
wanted
truth of
something
it.
over the top, he would have played a Crackdown for good or bad. It's like
Exactly.
if
I
he
would've
wanted
went and
Crackdown, he
played
would have gone after
Crackdown.
Crackdown. I
That
say
shit looked
that's
like
not what he
Crackdown
wanted.
with
Shout out to
Batman.
Yobi in the
DC.
chat.
So I didn't. And then when the media got behind that beat on his head, bro, I knew it was bad from there, bro. It was all downhill from there.
God damn you. Damn you.
And then it was getting thrown out there. There was against the service. People didn't want that. So all this negative press, negative attention it was getting. And then the community, whether it's Twitter or whatever, the echo chamber that is Twitter, no one was saying anything positive about it, bro. So I knew it was gonna flop. It literally flopped before launch. I'm telling you, they probably should have dropped the price before launch, and they would have been all right. It should have came out like $39. Took a hit, at least it would have sold. They should have took the hit, but at least it would have sold probably.
I agree.
You get a better chance. You have a better chance of me buying it at 39 than me trying to buy it at 70.
Yeah, facts.
And even those deluxe editions. And this is the crazy part, bro. I've been on like the key websites to try to get a key to be like, I still want to try it.
Yeah.
But
You know what it reminds me of
prices
is
can't even give me good.
Square Enix, the Avengers, Marvel's Avengers.
Right.
When it launched,
Excuse
it had
me.
like all this extra grinding crap, and you're like, oh, this is stupid. Why did you do that? And then they finally, like, I think I don't know if it had this
Oh, bro,
before
they,
or
like,
not, but they
launched
cut
that
it back
game.
to just the story, and that made it more fun, right? 'Cause if it was
Well,
just, like, the story elements,
Huggy, I'm gonna tell you what I heard about my favorite goddamn comic book studio. I heard that Marvel's Avengers, the characters didn't feel like they self. I heard the Hulk didn't feel like it was Hulk. And when I shout out to Yobi in the chat, man, who
He
gave
didn't
it.
though.
No,
Yeah, he did.
No, shut your ass up. I'm a Hulk fan.
Bro.
Yo, listen, you know,
I'll say this.
I got two favorite
better than
characters.
Black Widow was stronger than Hulk in that game.
Yo, stop. Yo, blasphemy. Yo, listen.
Am I lying though?
No, hey,
I
the
don't
only
know.
character
I don't
that-
know. I don't play with
No,
chicks with
he's not
tights.
lying. The only character that was good in that
Black
game
Widow.
was the only characters that were right and good for
Captain
themselves
America,
was.
Black Widow.
Well, I was gonna say
Yo,
Thor. Thor
yo,
actually felt
yo,
right.
yo, yo,
I'll say
bloody.
what?
No,
I'm
he took more hits than
about
Black
to
Widow. How you
dislike
so
all
right?
three of
God.
y'all.
But
Yeah,
he's not
don't
wrong.
talk
I was like,
about the
Captain
Hulk.
America was great. And I was like, and obviously Kamala Khan. I was gonna say she
She was the most OP character in the game.
Yeah, and she was the most enjoyable because of the fact that it was her story. I would say, but every
You
other
know
character
what?
felt like
You know what? We're not
Nope,
gonna
that still makes her
we
enjoyable.
not gonna discuss this game on my channel. Excuse me, our channel no more. Cause you ain't gonna disrespect the Hulk, son.
we ain't disrespecting the Hulk. That game disrespected the Hulk.
Yeah,
No,
I
the
was
game
saying, we
did,
did
yeah.
it. The game did it.
He didn't
The game
like.
did it.
You would just figure he would never be able to be taken down, right? It's the Hulk.
Yes.
Bro,
Like
Bruh,
I said,
if
I was like,
those-
every
those
character in that
automatrons
game
was
was
just
made to
gunning him down,
compliment
bro.
Kamala Khan.
Do you
That's
see
what
the?
it was.
Do you see this guy? Huh? We not gonna talk about my man. We don't do that
Look,
Hulk blasphemy on 108.
And he
Look,
was
look,
made
the
out
only
of-
time that they made the Hulk right was when they literally did the expansion and made him the Maestro. When they showed off Maestro, that was
Maestro
the
is
good
not the Hulk. That's not the Hulk.
Yes, it is. It is a version of the Hulk.
It's a
Just like there's Red
version
Hulk,
of.
Just like there's Red Hulk and there's Devil Hulk. It's a
Honest, we
Hulk.
not doing that.
It's a Hulk. It doesn't matter.
You know what? We're gonna move on.
I say, you know, I'm the
I
one
get
who will
emotional
go
about
against you on
certain
this.
things. You're not gonna talk about Godzilla or Incredible Hulk on Dragon's Den, sucker.
This
All right.
guy's over here.
No, listen, man. Suicide Squads, listen.
Square did it.
Buy at your own risk.
It is a buyer beware.
Yo.
My entire point. Buyer
Nah.
beware.
key code, and if the key code is still over 30, they bugging.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not, yo, listen, we tackled this topic, so we're going to get rid of this. The price of AAA games and is successful because we talked about that with Sony. But we going to move into this, man. And I thought this was crazy. GeForce Now players, if you are Xbox Game Pass Ultimate player, you can play your games on GeForce Now. Now, listen, I got into GeForce Now from day one. And I'm going to tell you how I did, HARGEET. This is OG status. I had the NVIDIA Shield Portable, the first gaming screen 5-inch controller like 360 portable. Still got it. Great device, right? Outdated right now, right? Had that first Tegra chip. Now, I didn't know with that FTC court case battle that if you was a Game Pass person, Ultimate, you can play your games on GeForce Now. Did you know that, brother? And what do you think about that is being expanded into the Xbox universe? Because I was like, oh, shit. I didn't even know that, and I'm hardcore. Go ahead, continue, brother.
Yeah, they did that with the other ones too, right? The other cloud providers. This was not FTC. This was actually CMA, because CMA had the objection with the cloud. So that's where they decided to do this, and so they wherever they're partnering, if you have Game Pass, you are entitled to use that cloud service with your Xbox games. They're PC, right? It's going to be PC games. But that's what it is. So whatever you have for PC Game Pass, you're going to be entitled to use it in NVIDIA. So, and the other one.
Quick question: is that with the subscription to GeForce Now? Because I have the sub. Oh, so it only works with that, not the free tier.
No, I think it works with both. To my knowledge, it works with both. Yeah.
Because there is a free tier GeForce Now that gives you like 1 hour play, and the wait time is crazy. But then there's the paid lobbies. I get what you say.
Yeah. But yeah, you just
that's
have to.
Cool. I mean, if we can play in the free, then that's dope.
Yeah. So you can link your accounts. It's not free as far as you do have to pay for Game Pass, right?
No, for sure. But I mean, that doesn't make sense. If you pay for Game Pass already, then you have to pay for the GeForce Now too, because GeForce Now is pretty expensive. So if it's free, the free tier in GeForce Now, you can still use your Game Pass. That works.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna subscribe.
Sure, that's true.
Just
We can always look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so and it's the other ones too, right? There was the one that was in Europe. The heck was it?
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Remember in the CMA, stand me if I'm, correct me. I thought Ubisoft had to do xCloud, and GeForce Now signed that 10-year deal first before the CMA hit. That's why I said that.
Yeah, they have 3 or 4 different cloud providers that they signed up before that, and then the EU, because for the EU they wanted to have those providers, right? They actually went through and said, hey, go talk to these providers, create agreements, and then we'll just go forward, right? So they never blocked. They said, here are our issues.
Right.
Go solve this.
Address
Basically, here's the list of people. Go talk to them, set up deals, and we'll approve your deal, right?
Right.
And then the CMA said, no, that's not good enough. And so then they said, all right, fine. What we'll do is we'll go to Ubisoft and take away our ABK cloud gaming rights and give it to them, right? So they'll have it for 10 years, 15 years, I think it's 10 years. So they'll have it for 10 years. With the caveat that whatever deals they've already signed with these other providers, those stay in effect, right? So that's done. But any other cloud gaming rights
GeForce Now is adding ads to the free tier, bro.
There you go.
Oh, that's rough.
But so so those are all in effect, and then Ubisoft can also add anybody else they want to, including xCloud, by the way.
Okay.
So that's kind of how that works now.
All right. So we gonna go to other guests, but I'm gonna shoot an invite out to my man Ham Solo. Always got your back, brother. I see you in the chat. If you want to pull up and replace the legendary post up, you always welcome, my brother. You just let me know. Hit my phone with a text. I got you. Super G, talk to me.
I kind of already chimed in on this when HARGEET was going. It depends, bro. Like, I mean, it's good that you can use the service, but like I said, if it's a free tier, then it makes it worthwhile. If you got to subscribe to GeForce Now and then be able to play your Game
but
Pass,
you don't.
Oh, you don't? That's what I was asking. I didn't know.
No. You don't. That I didn't know either. I saw that come up. I said, "Oh."
Add the fact in now that they have ads in the free tier. That's not good.
But it's free. They got to pay for it some way, unless you want to pay for it, right?
But
Unless you want to pay
before they play their games, nobody's gonna use it.
Yo, listen, Netflix doing the same thing. Somebody got to pay for it. If you listen, it's like YouTube, right? I don't monetize my videos, right?
So hold on, Netflix has a free tier?
No, Netflix puts they keep their tier low for gaming because it's not a major factor, but they put ads in it.
Okay, see, I didn't know.
Just
that.
like, look, I got the Disney Plus, right? I got the Hulu and the ESPN. I don't use really ESPN because I got all these other sport channels and I got NBA League package, right? So I don't really watch the ESPN mode. But when I watch Halo, I got commercials because I got the 3-pack for $12.99. Disney Plus don't give me commercials, but the other two do. Somebody got to pay for that. I'm not mad if a commercial break comes up in Halo. But if I had Hulu by itself and I paid that premium, you got no commercials. You get what I'm saying?
I get that, but my thing is, why even go through GeForce if you don't have to
No. But some. Well,
Game
that's
Pass
true.
in the cloud without
No.
like-
You're right. But I thought you get some of that Game Pass work too. That's why I looked at it, like PC gaming, right? Because they doing 4080s over there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. I'm not thinking about playing Halo on GeForce Now. I'm thinking about other titles.
Hold on. But that's not part of the free tier. That's the pay tier. You don't get 4080 unless you pay for that.
Oh, see, I was just flabbergasted because in the article I read, that's why I put in.
You getting basic.
Oh, nah. Hell nah. Okay, now you brought something else because I was like, oh, word, I could do GeForce Now. Oh, nah. All right.
I mean, it's $20 a month, right? Something like that. It's not terrible, but
no, I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with GeForce Now, HARGEET.
It's $20 a month, along with your $20 a month of Game Pass.
No. But I'm gonna say what's wrong.
Plus 10, but yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with GeForce Now. They got a bandwidth limit, and then you getting charged after.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Yo, thank you. Yo, listen, I paid $27 a month. Like, I don't know how. Somebody in the chat, look it up, man. NVIDIA Shield Portable. See how old that is. I've been paying for that since then. This is before the NVIDIA Shield console. This is before that. They had a portable before they had the console. Whatever year that came out, and then it was like, yo, $27 a month. But if you go over 10 gigs, it's $10 per gig a month. I said, what? Pricing was crazy. So, I was excited with Game Pass, but now, everybody get brought down. But look, man, we're not going to tackle the price of AAA games because we covered that pretty much in the first topic. Shout out to that first topic. But listen, this is major for me. And this is why I tell people, when you bring out a game and you get that immediate response of success, Power World, Fortnite, right? We got Helldivers 2. Now, Sony needs a game as a service to be successful. Helldivers, 430,000 people a month. I'm like, yeah. I'm buying that. I'm in. It's like Starship Troopers, one of my favorite low-budget franchises next to RoboCop, which is a low-budget B-movie that was highly successful. Facts. Helldivers was killing. Now it's under 90,000 people a month. So all you dudes on Twitter, instead of capping, invest.
I don't know how true that is because I'm looking at the numbers right now, and they got 373,000.
But hold on. I said the same thing, and it might have get a fluctuation, right? Because every day it changes.
Yep.
Every day it changes.
The peak today was 440,000.
No, facts. This
So
one I'm bringing this up.
90,000 at midnight on a Thursday?
Nope. It was in the it was in the daytime.
Oh,
After 6 o'clock, when people get out of school and work, and I was stunned. This is why I put the topic in the chat, because I do my homework before I put any topics up.
But you should also know that those 24-hour peaks change rapidly.
No, everything changes every day. This is not me bashing the game because I think the game is awesome. This is what I'm saying.
No.
Sony, this is my message, and I want y'all to respond to this. Sony, you got a winner. You ain't had a winner. You ain't had a winner since SOCOM 2.
On the multiplayer side.
Multiplayer. We talking about multiplayer. We talking about games as a service. Gas.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that.
Right.
When you say that this is your winner, I was like, just.
No. That's why we here. I need y'all to, sometimes step in when I, whatever. But I'm saying, you got a winner. Y'all punk asses better put the work into the service. Better put the work into the game. The game is already winning. Right? You got me because of Starship Troopers type affiliation. Right? The comedy, the bugs. Right? I got Starship Troopers on my PC and my Asus ROG Ally. I love it. So when I saw this, I'm like, I can get in tune with my PlayStation community, right? Even though it's being carried by Steam players. I want this game to live. So when I see 90 peak, there's a problem. That means you got a server problem. Oh, don't buy the game until we fix the service. You ain't supposed to come publicly and say that. I'm going to go with you, HARGEET. Helldivers, successful. Sony, second party, first party published. Will this game grow? Will it die? Because we don't get into that PSVR 2, and I'm going to explain why it's good and bad. But talk to me, Helldivers. I don't know if you play it. I don't know, I'm just saying. Give me your opinion.
When my thumb was broken, so I haven't actually. So I think this is fantastic if it actually succeeds.
Facts.
What succeeds means in 6 months is it's still pulling numbers, and I don't know what happens in 6 months. We will see, right? The potential roadmap for live games. Look, Halo started strong, and then what happened? No content, and it started to fall.
It's back now, though.
It's coming back. Yeah, but this is the problem you run into, right? So they have to be careful about that specific piece. This is a first-party IP, right? They own it. Fine, they contracted with another studio to make it. That's fine. But like, what do they do to make this, constantly filled with content? It seems like the microtransactions are also somewhat working, which is cool. As long as that keeps generating revenue, that's awesome for them.
Right.
It's certainly a success. The things that are being pointed out are also somewhat troubling, right? Is that there are more players on PC than there are on PlayStation. It's a PlayStation game.
And that's why these ponies make me sick. They be capping for shit, and they're not you ain't buying these games.
Big problem. That's a big problem.
They're not buying them. Go ahead, HARGEET. I'm sorry.
They're pretty bad about multiplayer too, and that
yes.
Unfortunately,
They only play Call of Duty and Fortnite and FIFA,
exactly.
2K,
yeah, or
Madden.
Fortnite or Apex or those.
Right,
yeah,
Apex.
Exactly. Right?
But those
casual games.
third party, all third party.
No. We saying what they play. We ain't say it wasn't third party. We just saying what they play. Continue, HARGEET. I'm sorry, Blood. I'm sorry.
So this is one of their Achilles heels, right? They've created a culture over the last few generations that their games are sad dad walking simulators, and that's what you need to play. And so their hardcore have become that. That's not cool, right? Because if you want to create a different culture, look, Xbox started. What happened? Halo, and it's a multiplayer co-op, multiplayer game, right? That's the DNA of Xbox. That's what we've had all the way through.
Single and multi,
Xbox
right?
For a game player, we play multiplayer. That's what we do. That's why they do well. Why 6-1 players for MLB The Show on Xbox versus PlayStation? Because that's what
whoa, wait, we don't know HARGEET. Whoa.
It is what it is.
No.
It's truth, though.
No. I need you to repeat that. I want you to roll it back, and I want you to say that again, because listen, this is why Xbox. Oh yes.
Run that back.
Run that back. Hargeet, say that again because this is why I'm an Xbox guy. It's not for single player. It's for multiplayer longevity. So
Right?
please say that again. Thank you, brother.
MLB The Show is a first party, obviously it's a first party title from PlayStation, and it was forced to be put on Xbox. It's now on Switch, Xbox. It's probably coming to PC, I believe, at some point. But from what we found out was from the achievements and trophies, it's 6-1 playing on Xbox versus PlayStation. 6-1 players.
We got to take a moment of silence. We got to take a moment of silence for the PlayStation pretenders. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
So hang on, Lemon. I got one for you. I got you. I was like, we gotta give a hand to the PlayStation community, all right? Just right there.
All right, so
I'm just saying. Listen, man. I'm just saying.
What they do, right?
Yo, listen. I support your platform better than you do. I'm just saying. Y'all need some legs on some of these games, man. Facts.
Yeah, so Lemon, taking that, right? How many of the players that are playing Helldivers on PlayStation are Xbox players who just happen to have a PlayStation exclusive?
Or
I bet you it's half their players. Because look, most of the people on that.
Oh, damn.
Or it could also be the other is that most of the guys that are playing on PC are the Xbox players that want to join in but don't want to have the console.
Oh. Bloody
Right?
and Hargeet, y'all gonna stop this shit.
Look, we point this out. Like, I know there's messiness to it, but you point this out because, look, for Sony to fix this, they have to think, is it a good idea to put these games on PlayStation alone? No.
Oh,
Is it a good idea to put them on PlayStation and PC? Hell yeah. Is it better to put it on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox? Yes. Simply
And
take
Day and date's coming faster.
And you know what, Hargeet? I'm gonna hop off you real quick and pause. You know, I'm gonna piggyback off this comment right here. I said pause. I said pause.
Thank you.
I'll say I'm gonna piggyback
Super
off your
deluxe
statement there
double
because, like,
cheeseburger. Pause.
No, hang on. I was like, Hargeet, because I've seen from the Helldivers community is that what you see on Twitter with these elitists saying that only PlayStation and PC deserve to play it. No, I was like, the Helldivers community themselves on any other social media platform want more people to be playing this game, and I've never seen more from a Sony and PC extensive focused community say we want the Xbox community, people who've been playing these types of games for generations, to come out. It's like that's letting you know, hey, the community themselves are speaking, hey, we want this game to be on more platforms. And even the CEO, the CEO of the studio has said themselves, we want to bring this out to more platforms as possible. But it's out of their hands. But they've made it no point. It's just like, we would love to put it out. If you have your own studio saying, hey, we want to be able to hit more players and we see that there's a one for it, why would you leave all that money on the table and deny it?
And that's why they're in it, right? They're in it for the money, but continue.
Yeah, Hiroki is not going to say, like, oh, I'm in this for console wars. He doesn't give a shit. He does not give a shit.
First of all, let me say this again.
Right?
Console wars don't exist. Only on fucking Twitter, you fucking widows.
Yeah. So Hiroki's going to look at the numbers.
Facts.
Like, I hear this, and I don't know if it's true. If you
they're
guys
about
know
business, man.
Destiny 2 has more players on Xbox than PlayStation?
Yes. I would say it's the
You're not allowed to come here, and you're not. Yo, listen. You're not allowed to come here and preach the facts. We're not doing that.
Hang on. No. Hang on. This is for the facts. This is for the facts right here. It's okay. I was like, just because there's not a lot out there, we got something just for y'all.
Hargeet is not allowed to preach the facts. No, Hargeet, you got to slow down. You're going to make these dudes go to a skyscraper and jump off the building. Hargeet, we don't do that here.
how PlayStation can sustain itself. You got two games. They've got two games of data now. MLB and Destiny to say, put your games on Xbox. If you want live games to work, put your games on Xbox. It just makes sense.
It's not just on Xbox. I was like, they need to be on multiple platforms because of the fact that we've seen some of these games as a service. We've seen some of these games as a service when they focus on one platform. how bad they do. And I want to specifically call out Square Enix because Square Enix has had the worst of it. And
Foam stars.
look at some of the ones they've done. Babylon's Fall.
Babylon's
was
Fall,
only
yeah.
on
What?
PlayStation.
What? Babylon who? We don't say that name here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Babylon's Fail. There we go.
Thanks. Let's go. It's like piece of
that
face
game-
guy.
that game was
Refraud
killed
gaming.
That game was killed off in 9 months. It didn't even
Yeah.
make a year. 9 months. I was like, we've already seen a lot of
Foam
early
stars.
reports from Square Enix themselves saying
Destruction
Foam Stars
All-Stars.
is not hitting it.
I'm not playing no
Destruction
game
All-Stars.
where it looks like I'm taking a bubble bath with my friends.
But look, it seems like it's more targeted to kids anyway, right? Put that on freaking Switch. I don't know why that isn't there. Anyway, but to hell with that one. But Destruction All Stars failed, and it's the same thing. They just don't play those.
No.
games.
That
If
game was
on-
awesome,
that
though.
was on-
That game was fun. I'm telling you, yo, HARGEET, man. I'm not
put that
biased,
on
man.
Xbox.
Yo, listen, man. Listen, let me. God damn. Let me tell you something, man. 80 people like this stream. We got 100 plus in here. You're over 120. Please hit that subscribe. Not to subscribe. Hit the like button, man. It helps the channel. Helps it
hit 'em
grow,
both.
man. Well, you know, hit it both, but I don't want to be subscribe begging. But just hit the like, man. You here? If you want to
They already know
chat,
what to do.
yeah, your facts. But I gotta say it.
If y'all
I
enjoy-
appreciate
if
y'all.
enjoy this, guys, share it out with your friends. Let them
Yeah.
know to come shoot the shit with us.
We always keep it real here. I don't care about clicks. If you super chat, I'll say it. But you know, we don't ask for that. But what we do need is your support. Cause this channel is about gamers. Everybody here I bring on is about gamers. Nobody here is promoting the platform. Xbox don't pay my light bill. Neither do PlayStation and Nintendo. But what I am gonna say is, you guys' attention, hitting that subscribe button, it helps me it keeps me motivated to do what I do. So please hit that subscribe, hit that like. It's greatly appreciated. And continue. So we got some more topics, but continue, people. Shout out to this panel. Y'all awesome. Thank you, HARGEET. Thank you. I can't wait. Yo,
Yeah,
listen.
so I mean, Helldivers is definitely successful for them for
Facts.
now, and it's up to them to keep it that way. And I hope they do. This whole thing is rather intriguing. In they bought Bungie to bring in the live service, capability, and Bungie's
And
the
they're
one that's failing. And, and then everybody says, "Hey, it's a good thing if PlayStation takes over Bungie." And I'm like, why? What are they bringing to the table? How are they going to fix a live service game?
Fact,
that was the whole point, right?
And
Right.
not only that, I was like, the fact is that Bungie's still in serious contention with their own community when their own community continues to call them out.
But
and
hold
not
on,
be happy with things.
bloody. Let me say this. Why is Sony, right? They got Bungie on a payment plan. They didn't go out there like Microsoft and just buy the studio, give them cash, right? They got them on a payment plan, right? Right? They got them on a Netflix deal, right? If you was really serious about buying Bungie, why didn't you give them that $3.8 billion straight up? But you trying to finagle them and lay off people and to eliminate their board members to be able to get the controlling factor. This is one of the reasons I don't respect Sony. You see, when Microsoft buy a company, they say, listen, we're going to purchase you, but we want you to make games that you want to make. We'll approve the budget, but we want to see the work. Sony needs help with the multiplayer aspect, which Bungie is known for that. They're one of the masters. They created a genius in Halo, right? But if you're really serious about this gaming community, besides the buck, and you want to grow this community, why would you try to lay off a certain amount of people and their board members to get the controlling factor? Because it's not working for the rest of your studios. Spider-Man, great series. Last of Us, great series, right? Ghost of Tsushima, great series. Ico, I can keep going on. But not one of them games are multiplayer successful to bring in revenue 5 years after the game come out. Once you beat it, you throw it to the side. Facts. So you bought Bungie to help you with online gaming, but you also trying to dictate what they do by laying off board members or getting them out of here so you have the controlling factor. So if you got the controlling factor, What are you gonna do with it? It ain't been working for you the way you're doing. So Bungie should be leading the pack instead
Not
of
fall
being
behind it.
facts. That's my point. But continue. I'm sorry. I just wanted to bring that up because people like, oh, they bought Bungie. No, they didn't buy Bungie. Bungie is not completely purchased. When you buy a used car, you paying payments. You don't own that car until the last payment is made. Facts.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about it, though, is that they bought Bungie in the sense of that they were joining the Sony family. However, Sony or Bungie worked it out as that they were going to be independent and still have control over all their stuff. Now we're starting to see the Sony takeover by creeping in, by getting rid of, helping lay off their people and trying to move into the board. That's what they're doing now, is that Bungie wanted to be independent still, but just owned by them. But now you're seeing that the Sony takeover is slowly creeping.
Bungie different. We're not gonna get them no pass.
No, I'm not.
No. Let me finish. I'm gonna say why we're not gonna give them a pass, because Bungie has been bought three times, and they've been a problem. I want you to get to that super chat. Shout out to you, Jax. But I'm gonna say this: Bungie is their own problem. It's like Henry Cavill. Every character he get involved with, he got a problem with the script, right? That's why I don't want him in the Marvel universe. But anyway.
But the thing about, at least in Henry Cavill's point, is that he's a purist and he's a diehard. He doesn't like the changes that they make to the character.
Excuse me, he's an actor. You play your part or don't go for it.
I don't see any actors as dedicated to
No, there's a lot of there's a lot of actors that are, and I don't want to go through a list, but I'm saying, bro, listen, Henry Cavill need to be a director and not an actor. I love the dude. He was the best Superman ever. Ever. Dude, stop killing a character with your opinions. That's all I'm going to say. But don't get into them super chats, bro, because you read super chats way better than your brother, Lemetius. Get into super chats so we can move on, man. We got some other topics.
All right. Shout out to Jax82 with that 199 super chat saying, does Helmut Hurst step in or does he walk away from Sony? Here's the interesting thing is he's over the head of Sony Studios, and also people still forget that he's still technically the head of Guerrilla Games. So if he walks, that means he has to step away and leave Guerrilla behind. And the thing is that Guerrilla was a team that he built up. Let's say a lot of that is his work. So that means that either that studio is you're gonna see a mass exodus if he leaves, of people who are gonna follow him wherever he goes, whether that's starting another independent studio, or if he goes to another publisher or wherever. Or if he leaves, he takes the whole studio with him, which they're not going to do because of the fact that you think that they have success because of the technology that Guerrilla has. Remember, they did Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West all through the Decima engine. They have Death Stranding that runs through the Decima engine. I would say they're not going to let that studio walk away.
All right, so we got to move on. We get to the other super chat, bro. Let's keep it pushing because we got some other.
Shout out to the Grandmaster, the Graybeard Gangster X man with that $2 make you holler saying Cliffy B's Lawbreaker died on PlayStation 4. Facts. Yes, it did.
I'm gonna call you the $2 hoe because I see your other channels giving $5. I ain't asking for no money, but I see every time you go to another channel, it's like $5. But you come in, you like a $2 hole, but it's all right.
Hey, but you $2.
But hang on. He gets a $5 on one channel, but you get like 5 2s over here, so he's giving you 10. So
facts.
Sorry,
I'm only teasing him.
Trying to spread it out a little bit.
Yo, listen, I'm only teasing my bro, but listen, we're gonna get into another topic. HARGEET.
Yo.
You play PlayStation VR?
No.
You're not a VR guy.
I bought the first one and I used it for maybe 6 months, something like that.
Yeah.
I tried a few things and I'm like, I like the Batman. That was the one that was the most fun. It was an Arkham VR thing where you're like doing like the scene deconstructions, right?
Right.
You're trying to figure out what happened.
Right.
That was kind of cool. But other than that, I just didn't want to deal with it.
Okay, you're not a VR guy.
The original Oculus as well.
No, I got Oculus. Only reason, well, I ain't gonna get into that. I'm a VR dude. PSVR. I got Oculus. You know, whatever. I rock with it. But I'm gonna say this, man. We gonna get into this, and we gonna go to your first because you gonna be the lightest work. Listen, Sony. Do you think Sony's giving up on PSVR too? and they're adding. Oh damn, that was quick. So they're moving into porting it over to PC, which they should have did, right? Do you see a future for PSVR 2? Because it's definitely, that headset is great, right? The price entry level was hardcore. That's why I bought it, right? And then a year later, it was $400 or something for the same package deal. What can they do with PSVR 2 to make it successful?
Look, I mean, PSVR 2, if it's on PC, it just becomes another accessory, and that's fine, right? It'll compete with the MetaQuests and whatever, right? But if they actually wanted to make it something successful on PS, on PlayStation, they have to bring their first-party catalog to it, and they're not doing that. And it's not. Look, they just switched from their normal games to gas games, and now they're going to go back. I don't think they have time to start experimenting to make a VR game. They killed their VR studio. They shunted London studio, right? So I don't know that they're doing anything. I have no idea what they're going to do next. It seems very obvious if you're going to shunt that studio that you're giving up on making games for that. So it's really third-party support, but third parties are better served supporting.
Yes, yes. Look. I like Transformers, right? I like Walking Dead. Facts. Beat Saber on every platform. Facts. Yep. Star Wars. The Vader trilogy, facts, right? I'm a PlayStation VR dude. I'm a VR dude when it comes to the Quest, right? I'm not going to pretend to be, I play VR every day. I play VR every other day, right? But I'm going to say this. That headset is about that work. That Ghostbusters is absolutely amazing on PlayStation VR. Do I think they need to give up? Nah, because that's a niche that y'all capitalized with over 5.6 million headsets sold as a peripheral. That's crazy. It never reached that Switch mark. Not Switch. Oh my God.
Oculus?
No. What's the other thing?
Connect.
It never reached Connect.
Yeah, Connect.
Right? Connect was the most successful third party or first party peripheral to date. But for a VR headset, which is a niche market, it's amazing, right? About a month and a half, 2 months ago, we reported that the Quest 3 outsold it 20-1, but that's all they got, right? And they known for that. Quest 3 is amazing, but the PlayStation VR is fantastic. It didn't use them. It didn't use them bullshit ass wands. They moved the market. They put OLEDs. They did it.
Yeah, it's good hardware.
No,
and I think they're just trying to get rid of what's in the warehouses.
But
right?
what pissed me off for these dudes on Twitter, they be capping about certain accolades, but they do not invest with their wallet. And that's the problem with PlayStation VR. That Transformer game, crazy. The Jurassic Park game, crazy. Crazy. Right? Mars 1 and 2 updated. Crazy. So I'm saying, listen, you need to invest and stop talking on Twitter. Invest. Game stream a little bit. But they you know, I don't think they're abandoning it because they're getting support. You know, shout out to my man Carlo. He said, yo, they didn't even support the first one. They did. They had over 400 games. Listen, bro. I'm not here to shit on them. I'm saying they supported it. If you wasn't involved, you wouldn't know it. And Clowns was like, oh, I sent them a link. He said, yo, goddamn, Lemon, they showed a lot of games. I said, yeah, a lot of games came out. So if you like VR, the PlayStation VR is good. Facts.
Nah, here, I'm gonna keep it this way. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Unless they make PSVR 2 compatible with PC, PSVR is not gonna do anything. I say, Sony. I said this plenty of times before. Sony is notorious for not supporting their first-party peripherals or any other spin-off contraptions that they do, whether that's the PSP, the PS Vita, any of that stuff, they have a history of never supporting it. They support it for the first year, maybe 2. Then guess what? They die off, and it all runs off third party. You know, the only reason Vita lasted as long as it did was because third party support. And remember, they were going to
hacking.
Yes, but remember, they were going to cut the support for it after 4 years. And they literally got called out by every indie developer that says, hey, y'all came out of nowhere with this announcement. We're in the middle of developing titles for your system. And Sony extended it by 2 years. And most of them had to port it to other platforms as well because they're like, well, we're already this lost. We need to do something to help make some of this money back. They did the same thing with the PSP, which was successful, but guess what? It was still running off third party. PSVR is no different. And right now, with all these layoffs, unfortunately, they cut, like he said, Sony London. That was their PSVR in-house studio. So if your one main VR studio is no longer around, who's working on VR stuff from your first party?
Facts.
No one. So you're going to have to write off third party yet again until they cut it in a year or 2 because guess what? They're not actively supporting it themselves. So if you're not supporting your own peripheral or your own
platform,
hardware, why is anyone else going to support
Facts.
it? And that's what Sony is known for. They've always done this. What happened with the Move? The Move lasted all of 2 years, maybe during the PS3, maybe 3, because they took the iToy from the PS2, updated the camera, used that for a PS Move. Then they made a one of the camera 2s or whatever to try and make it a little better. Didn't do anything, and then guess what? They just dropped the Move completely when they came out with the PS4. It's what they're known for. They're no better than Google. If it doesn't succeed in the first year or so, they drop it.
Okay, listen. First of all, let's move on. Shout out to you, brother. Toys for Bob. Talk to me. Talk to me, HARGEET. Talk to me.
Well,
hey,
this
Big
is kind of a
Cloud joined us.
disappointing thing. Yeah.
What you said?
Big
Cloud's
Cloud
on.
bro.
What's good?
Oh, yo, Big Cloud. Listen, first of all, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put you on blast, sucker. I need you to show up. You are a panel member officially.
I guess.
You don't even say nothing in the chat, man. I'm like, yo, goddamn Big Cloud.
I literally just got back in the house.
Goddamn Big Cloud.
And today was a great
damn,
Sony situation.
Shout out to Big
we
Cloud.
needed you, Big.
Yo, no, we always need.
I already gave him a smoke on my stream.
No. Yo, listen, bro. It's not about the smoke. It's not about right. Situations, man. Let me get my Big Cloud talk. Yo, Super G, do you mind if you go? Super G.
This man is muted and everything. He's over there.
Yo, listen. I said, do you mind if we go? Because this dude just pulled up. Yo, shout out to the chat, man. Yo, did you get them super chats?
I missed the last one right here.
No, get it
real quick while he's letting up, and G over there trying to cut himself off.
Hey, nah. It's just that you was trying to go in a little bit, and I was just like, oh man.
No, I was calling it out as it was. I was gonna be short and sweet, but it was honest facts. I was just like when he called you, you were just sitting there, headset off, just grinning, and I'd be like, oh crap, I'm being talked to. But shout out again to the Grandmaster of the Graybeard Gang, Sir X-Men, with that last $2 lemon. I just rounded off to 10. There you go.
Facts. I'm trying to find Big Cloud fiend. Yo, Big Cloud, talk to me. What's good? You talk to me. Yo, first of all, bro, you got to be more communicative in the chat. You're a goddamn panel member, motherfucker. Say something. Say your limb, I'll be there. That's it. God damn. You know I support you, god damn it. But continue. Yeah, come on, bro. We about to be pulling up at PAX. You outside.
You with the fam now.
Right.
I'm trying, man.
Big Cloud has entered the building, you heard?
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to the chat. So talk to me about this whole situation. Talk to me.
About which part in particular? Toys for Bob? Going with there?
PSVR.
PSVR. And is Sony pulling support, or they doing what they usually do? So talk to me, because I'm a PlayStation VR owner and I love it. Facts.
Well, they just announced that it's going to PC.
Oh, no, they working on it. Facts. That's what I was saying.
So I don't think they're going to cut it immediately. They're going to test the water, see how it does first in PC, in the market there. If it does extremely well, you're going to see more investments go towards it. But are they going to kill it? Not this soon. I don't think they're going to kill it right now. I think more is going to happen. And I think it would be a waste anyway to kill it anyway, on them anyway, personally.
I thought they were just going to take the inventory they have in the warehouse and try to sell it to PCs.
I mean, there's that too, but
it's good tech behind it though, for sure.
A lot. Sony right now is less stingy, right?
Oh yeah, they want to just get value, right?
Yeah, so I would not be surprised if they did something like that. But I've heard a lot of good things. The whole Ghostbusters VR, everybody's going crazy for that.
Oh, that is great. It's great. It's great, bro.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
Is it on PC?
I'm playing on. I think it's on PC, but I'm playing it on PlayStation VR. Yo, that game is gorgeous.
Okay.
It's like the chick you wish you had.
Nah, it's not on PC. It's not on PC.
No.
Ooh.
Not the chick you wish you had. No, come on. This guy. Not that.
A little bit.
Oh man, did I miss the day and date conversation?
You can reflect on it. Yo, bro.
Right? It's on MetaQuest.
You day and date. Reflect on it. Talk to me.
It's happening sooner than you think.
You think so?
I gotta say, it's happening sooner than you think. If you read the fine print of what Herman Holt said, they're reevaluating how they're going about it. If you go back to Hiroki Totoki, he said they're going to be more aggressive. And of course, even before Hiroki Totoki, Kenichiro Yoshida said they're going to be pushing PC, mobile, and cloud. So
I'm gonna say this for the record. I got two dudes that could announce Japanese names correctly. Shout out to Bloody and Big Cloud Gaming. Cause I can't say it. I've been to Japan before, but I can't say those names. So shout out to both of y'all. But yo, bro, let me ask you a question. Really, right? With the success of Japanese, let's say, gaming, right? Do you think they're moving forward and want to be on multiple platforms, or do you, like Square Enix, or do you think they want to be exclusive to a platform? Talk to me.
I honestly think they want to be on more than one at this point. The reason why is because, and you see it, just the sales of these games. Now all these games are doing what they think they should. And when you have budgets of like 200 million, right, starting to get 200 million and going up,
And better, facts.
yeah, you want that. And if you listen to what Herman Holt said in the post, he said they want to maintain those AAA budget games. Well, budgets keep going up. So what's the best way to get revenue, ladies and gentlemen? To put it on multiple stores.
Yeah, facts. Do not eliminate your avenues. Facts.
Exactly. Yeah, you want different ways. If you've been paying attention to how Microsoft and Sony have been operating, HARGEET, you've seen this. They've been selling you ecosystems. They're not necessarily focused on selling you consoles. They're selling you ecosystems. Multiple ways to play the games in that ecosystem. You want to play it on your PlayStation? You can play on your PlayStation or Xbox. You want to play on a mobile device? You can play on your mobile device. You can play on a handheld or the cloud and PC. That's what they're selling you. So the tribalistic nature of it all, like, oh, I got
Tribalistic.
this, I got
Talk they ish.
is dying, and a lot of people. It's funny. I asked this question. I don't know if Bloody saw it. But I was like, name a question. I flat out asked it. But it's wrong. What is But I was like, name a drawback of Sony putting their games day and date in PC. They go, well, it's going to devalue the console. How so? Well, I lose this. You don't lose the game. You still get the game.
Yep.
It's just another platform gets it. More eyes on said product. Look at Days Gone. Days Gone was a one and done on PlayStation. When it's with the PC, people were talking about sequels.
Let me ask you a question. Listen, another question. Sony have to do better. Well, multi-plats, games as a service, right? Because listen, Halo, single player, you beat it. You got the multiplayer for fucking forever. Gears, same thing. Forza, same thing, right? Microsoft got that demographic locked. Sony had it locked with SOCOM. They dropped the ball. But why is it that when you miss the beat, they just cancel it? They don't even try to be successful. But if they do and put the time and investment in, you can get that longevity money. So explain to me, as a PlayStation dude that you are, what do you feel that they could revamp the company and expand on the experience? Talk to me.
Well, first of all, I mean, obviously, you got the budgets, right? But if you need to go the Helldivers route with some of these IPs that are multiplayer based, go that route. Be smart about it. Number one. That's the first thing I would do. The thing about Sony, they play Russian roulette when it comes to these crazy AAA budget games. I've seen it a lot. They play Russian roulette. Look at Returnal. Look at the budget on Returnal and so forth. A lot of these games did not go crazy into the millions of sold. So really, that's really what their problem is. They play Russian roulette. They throw it at a dartboard. And this isn't new. They've been doing this since PlayStation 3. Some games hit that bullseye, right, and do well, like the Uncharted series, etc. Others do get a lukewarm reception. Some do amazing. But the thing is, it's never a consistent thing. You know what I mean? You never had a crazy consistent thing. And when you see them waste money on top of that on games that really shouldn't be even in the conversation, like Foam Stars. I remember that. We all said Foam Stars are going to be dead within a week. And literally, the dudes that was capping for it, arguing with people about it, were on Helldivers. They weren't even on it. They were on Helldivers. They ignored it. They were on Helldivers. If you go to Twitch, got some people are watching, quote unquote, watching, not playing, watching Foam Stars. 400 people were watching Foam Stars. Not even.
And that was literally one person. For one person. I was like, because I think
like
it was
two
like
streams had like 70 viewers.
Yeah.
And the
I was
others
like,
had
it was
less
literally for one,
viewers.
and I think it was a larger streamer. But I was like, but there was like 3 or 4, and they had like 2 or 3 people watching.
Facts.
Lets you know that there was no interest in it.
Never mentioned. But people want to flip and act like these things are this, that, and the third, and big them up in these Twitter spaces, etc. That's why I don't pay a lot of people no mind, because that's all people do. They act like hype men. And they're terrible hype men. They're terrible at it. They're terrible at it.
Yeah.
So when it comes to putting up and shutting up, you're like, a lot of these dudes don't even buy these games. And what they say all the time, y'all catch them in these podcasts. They're like, oh, I'm waiting for a sale. But these the same dudes that would say, oh, games should be $100. I'm okay with it. If you ain't buying games at 70, what the hell?
I was like, you ain't gonna buy them.
You gonna buy them at 100?
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Bloody, hit that super chat, man.
Gotcha. I say real quick, I was like, shout out again to Sir X-Man with that $2 saying Sony needs to put reinvestments in online services. And that's true. Like, that's what I was like, and you know what, going back to what HARGEET said earlier, right? Is that when you look at the dynamics of both communities between Xbox players from the hardcore and Sony players for the hardcore, Sony has been bred off of big interactive stories, single player stories. That's where they are, right? Co-op and multiplayer has been ingrained in every aspect of what has come out of Xbox since really 360 days. There was some back during the OG Xbox with Halo 1 and everything else, but really I was like, it's been a major focus since 360, as that's where we started seeing all their big titles that have really become part of the formula that we know. You look at Forza Motorsport and all that came out, Forza Horizon, big multiplayer online racers. Halo focused heavily on multiplayer and co-op. Gears of War, all in the multiplayer. Fable was focused on being able to, yes, you can play solo, or guess what, you can play a co-op throughout the entire game. Every aspect of that game is a change.
Yeah. Right now we're in survival mode with this industry. Y'all see it happening around. Everybody's laying
yeah.
Off. You know how many developers we lost in 2024?
Right now, I believe it has been
8,000.
I thought it was close to 9,000 or so. Yeah.
Over 8,000.
Below. We got to move on. Yo, Big Clout. Say you coming through, bro. That's why we have a chat. Just say, yo, bro, I'll be there. Cause I know you say you're on a bi-weekly. Just say, yo, I'm coming. That's it. God damn. And I'll see you at PAX. But I'm gonna say this. We gotta move on, man. We got 2 more topics. And then we out of here, man. First of all, I'm gonna get to this video game crash later. Epic being held for ransom. We got another situation where somebody hacked into a major developer and tried to get money. Bloody. No, first of all, no, not bloody. Just finished talking. Super G, the locks that rocks. First of all, I do not like exposed people being exposed. Insiders. We got this game, man. Right? Insomniac Games being held for ransom like they did at EA and a couple other companies. What do you feel about these hackers exposing games early, making them look bad, and just being non-positive for the gaming community? Talk to me.
I mean, it sucks to see those games that come out like that and see them in that light, because that's never indicative of how they actually come out to be. But the internet catches blaze and people start going in on stuff, and it looks worse than this and looks worse than that. And
Facts.
I never look too much into it, bro, because I know the game's not gonna look like that. Like
Facts.
And it's 3-4 years removed from actual part, like the release date. But as for that ransom stuff, man, that's gotta chill, bro. They gotta chill, dude. Like most of the time, it never pan out anyway the way they wanted to. They end up probably getting arrested, going to jail, and doing some dumb stuff. But it sucks when they exploit, I guess, like the servers or whatever. Because sometimes they come about this information by actually being a family member or related to the person. Like some of the leaks, right? Some of the leaks are like the kids or something that work for the company, and they do that, and it's like, dude, you're not who's benefiting from this? Why?
There was that contractor for The Last of Us too. Yeah, I remember. Like he was pissed off about work hours, and then he just leaked because he was pissed because his work hours.
Shit,
Stuff like that. Like who wins in that situation, bro?
Nobody.
But what's the point? It's really stupid and horrible, man. Because you got people that spend working, and then shit like that happens, bro. And they lose the effect of blowing our minds whenever they actually show us the game off for the first time, right? Because I mean, in some situations it still works out because we're still damn, how it looks, but because we've seen all those images of GTA before they actually launched the trailer themselves, and we were already just man, that sucks. But the game looked brilliant, right? So it's still one of those things, bro. I just hate seeing it. I hate seeing it, bro. And then no one wins in that situation.
Okay, HARGEET, talk to me, man. This whole situation, what you think about it?
So there are organized freaking annoying people like this, and they do this all the time. And unfortunately, they attack all sorts of companies. It looks like that's what this is. I don't think this is an inside thing. I think this is just one of those annoying things. The data they're saying they have is very compromising, which really sucks. It's credit card info, it's email addresses and stuff like that. So this isn't a joke. It's bad. I'm sure they have other data that's specific to Epic. That's sucks for Epic, but the user information that they're going to leak, that's some major penalties. That's not good. This is a problem, right? It sucks for them when it's personal data, especially credit card information. That's usually pretty bad. What that means, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how many people put credit cards into Epic's store, but I'm sure there's plenty, right? And if they have that information, you're gonna be looking at a whole bunch of credit cards changing out, people getting having to deal with that crap. We'll see if there's penalties for that, whatever, right? But I don't know if they're gonna pay it. I don't know if I doubt they will, because you want to kind of kill this stupid thing, but. That means this data is going to leak. So from a sort of community of people who work on game content perspective, it's likely we're going to find out more industry inside stuff. That's likely to happen. But the hack sucks. It just sucks. This is not what you want to see. But especially the people, that part of it is going to suck more, right? People's credit card information being leaked out sucks. That really, really sucks. So hopefully that doesn't cause a whole bunch of fraudulent card usage which is usually what happens, right? People buy these things and then start, using those cards, and then you as a consumer have to go figure out what just happened. I don't remember paying that. What? And you have to go fix your shit, right? So like it just really is kind of annoying. But hey, this is the world we're in, unfortunately. But yeah, this is not usually, it's international. It's not usually from here. If there were ways to fix this, it'd be fixed. A lot of these things aren't like just security, holes. They're usually somebody clicks on the wrong thing in an email, and they get in. And once they get in, they get in. It's not as easy to track. And so these things just suck. They do. They're a security nightmare. But users are users, and sometimes you just click on the wrong thing, and there are some pretty good mimicking of what might look like an internal email coming out from your company, and you say, "Oh, okay, click," and it turns out to be a hacker. They're just the latest victim, unfortunately. That's just kind of how it goes. I mean, Microsoft was hacked too, right? The executive emails, right, were hacked. It was minimal, but still, it's the executives of Microsoft, right? Their email was hacked. So that's pretty sad, but it is what it is, right?
with GTA 6.
What happened with GTA 6 too?
So it stinks. I hope they somehow resolve the issue with the credit card stuff, but it's unlikely. Which means a whole bunch of people are going to be told you have to change your credit card, which sucks. It just does.
Okay. So we're going to get we gonna get into this last topic, man. And shout out to everybody. Yo, listen, hit that like button. It's easy, man. Millisecond. Shout out to everybody, my panel members, HARGEET, Post Up, my new guy. 3-bit, 3-bit gaming. Shout out to you. Shout out to my panel. Let me tell you something. Without them, there's no me. You heard?
That coquito.
No, facts. But I'm gonna say this. Shout out to everybody that pulled up tonight. But I'm gonna say this for the record, man. Listen, I'll be 52 March 12th. I don't look my age. It doesn't even matter. What I'm saying is, I'll be 52 March 12th. It's a Tuesday. I'm doing a live stream. But I'm going to say this. When I was playing games and you think you're a veteran, you was in your father's nuts trying to look for the exit out. Facts. When I first played Pac-Man, you still wasn't alive. Facts. Miss Pac-Man, Millipede, Space Invaders. Facts. The first Street Fighter, Pit Fighter. Facts. Mortal Kombat 1. Facts. But that don't make you not a gamer. That just make me got more gaming history than you. But I'm going to say this. I want all my gamers to come out here and support the platform because I support all of y'all and I respect it. I'm going to say this. I've witnessed the video game crash where they was making no consoles, no games, no nothing. And it was dry season. We don't want that to happen again. If you're a gamer, go up there and support your platform. Facts. You hear me? I've witnessed the video game crash. 99% of the gamers today on Twitter, you ain't never experienced that episode. Go out there, support the platforms that you rock with, the games you rock with. Please support that. So, what I'm going to say this, HARGEET, Johnny, my guy, gamer. Definitely with the smoke when it comes to information. Would you want to experience that again? And where do you think this video game industry is going with these layoffs, with the loss in revenue, with AAA titles? Talk to me. I want to hear your opinion on the real stuff. Forget what platform you support. We talking about being gamers and where we need to go today. Facts. Let's go.
So look, in that time frame, in the early 80s, the question of would video games even be a viable market was the question, right? That's been established now. That's not going away, right? It's way too big.
Facts.
So now that you look at it, it's more of an issue of, like any industry that grows and grows and grows, eventually it gets to a stasis. And once you get to that point, the usual overinvestment has to correct itself to get back to normalcy. The assumption that you can just keep making more and more and more and more games, at some point there have to be consumers of those games, and it just dries up, right? There's just too much being made, too much in the large space, but also a lot of indies. So you have to look at that overall, right? So this is the largest, as far as revenue, it's the largest entertainment segment, right? It's video games is much bigger than everything else. So you look at that and say, sorry, go ahead.
No, they now rival movies. I was agreeing. What you were saying?
Yeah, I think it's more than that, right? It like rivals. If you add movies and music together, it doesn't even come close. It's so much money being made. I think movies is like 30, 40, 50 million, and like music is like 10, 12, 15, something like that. And games is over 200. It's like so ridiculous how big it is, right? So when that happens, you also get a lot of money poured in as investment. And those investors don't care about the industry they're pouring money into. They care about the revenue that they get back. They care about the investment, return on investment, right? And if that's not happening, then that's not what they want to be in, right? So somehow that had to translate into, okay, you gave me all this money. How do I make that into something that people will actually consume? Well, we're just getting to a reckoning of that, right? So if you're going to make 600 AAA games and release them in a year, there's just no way people can consume that. It's too difficult, right? So you have to scale it back. You have to come down to a reality, right? And it happens everywhere, right? Let's say, Marvel and DC, you release 48, Marvel and DC movies in a year. That's just not. It's just not. There's just no way that's sustained, right? You have to scale it back. Say there's 3 or 4 episodes.
That dog went ham.
Reality, right?
I took care of it. I took care of it.
So, that's kind of the headache you run into. And look, the industry is going to correct. There's no way around it, right? There was pandemic increases, right? The pandemic made people go home and stay home and play games. And so there was an increase, a boost in the, the demand. But that, of course, came back when people could go outside and do other stuff. So, there was going to be a correction. The correction is sort of happening, right? So we're kind of there now. And once that happens, it'll scale back a bit, and people will hopefully get to a point where they can, figure out the industry and sustain correctly. But you'll see pain for the next few years. It's gonna be like that, right? People are gonna have to figure out, like they invested in a game, it didn't work. You see EA saying we're gonna scale back on any of these IPs from other companies. We're gonna do our own.
Yeah.
Because licenses cost a lot, right? We saw that from the Insomniac leaks. It's a lot of money to keep giving somebody else for a game you're doing.
Star Wars. Star Wars by itself is probably a whole lot. And the thing is,
right?
They've done so much damage to the reputation that honestly, I think it just bled into the Jedi Survivor series. Like I said this with Bloody. There's a reason why that game ain't getting his accolades to this day. They had 2 great games back to back, and no one's talking about those games or celebrating those games. So.
Right? So hopefully that's it. It's just a correction, right? And there might be sort of a AAA game crash in the realization that you just can't keep making more and more of these. It has to scale back. Look at how.
I think you can make them. I agree with you. I think they can make them. The thing is, though, it's just they're not gravitating. They're not selling the way they should. And it's it's one thing that the vocal minority support them. It's the other where the overwhelming casuals gravitate to it. You see, if you get the casuals on it, then it's a big story. It's a different story, when they get it. That's when Nintendo kind of nails, period. Like casuals will just grab it regardless. Everybody knows Mario. A casual will just grab Mario without the hardcore even ever touching it. And Sony doesn't have that luxury with like the Uncharted or whatnot. They don't have a character that's
and they don't have something to anchor them with live revenue. Whereas Microsoft has plenty of that. Plus they're freaking Microsoft. They have plenty of other revenue. The other thing that changed is, those casuals are playing these free-to-play games. That has become a thing, and the more you push that, like people expect to I can just download the game and play it. That's it, right? I don't have to pay for this. And then if I want to, I can engage in buying skins or I can buy whatever content, right? But I don't have to, right? And that model has shifted, where new gamers are going. They're not looking to spend $70 on a game. And that's going to start drying that up too, unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. It's a whole bunch of things kind of in the industries that are kind of merging together, and most of the publishers are kind of feeling that pain. You take like Prince of Persia, it was a great game, but failed miserably, right?
Prince of
trying to
Persia, you
make,
said?
Suicide Squad a live game, that also failed miserably, right? And we see those kind of patterns, right? So
Did you say Prince of
I just
Persia
think it's just a
failed?
reckoning. It's going to clean itself out over the next half a dozen years, 4 or 5 years, 6 years, and then it'll start to stabilize as to this is kind of how gaming is.
HARGEET.
The new mediums are going to be more focused on mobile and PC, and
What?
I think this is going to be the next thing, AR.
HARGEET.
It's going to be
HARGEET.
AR. That's
Can y'all
gonna
hear
really
me?
Take off is the next thing.
You don't think it's gonna be like mixed reality kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like so,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if you take
yeah.
this device, there is this like thing on top of it that gives you sort of an AR that becomes VR.
Yeah.
Right. It just takes away
Like
the outside
HoloLens.
world.
Like HoloLens.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yo,
And
can y'all hear
I
me?
agree with where you're coming from, Hargeet. I think that we've seen that a lot of these changes happen multiple times, and I think right now with what's happening to the industry is like you
Yeah.
said, it's kind of that settle down after the massive over investing that we saw through the COVID years, right? From 2020 to 2022, everything was skewed because of the fact that since no one was doing anything, we saw so much more investment.
Yep.
And because of the fact that there was so many more hours involved, there was more people not doing anything. I think that now that everyone's kind of back to normal, back to the usual life and everything else, we're kind of seeing that, there's not as many people playing. It's significantly still down,
Yeah.
still growing, but not
Buddy, you gotta
on the
unmute
levels.
him.
Did you?
No,
unmute him?
I was saying, no, I muted his mic. He can unmute himself. I was like, it was literally just turning it off.
Can y'all hear me?
Do it for him. Just do it for him if you can.
Yeah. Well, I
Y'all can't hear me,
It's not
huh?
letting me do it. It
Oh.
doesn't have an unmute option. It's only muting someone. I would say to turn the mic off. I was like, he's got to unmute himself in Skype.
Oh. Technical difficulties.
Yes. Right. We'll be back with you in a minute. Yeah. So like the other part.
Oh,
you're gonna see
shit,
is a
my
little bit of
bad.
consolidation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I muted. I was like, he's just got to mute himself.
Yo,
in
my bad,
Skype.
my bad, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to
So-
let
so
my
are
daughter
you-
have it. My bad.
Yeah.
How you feeling on these
Mainly
dudes
the dog.
saying, it's funny seeing people who don't know or not paying attention, but they're saying, "Hey, $100 will solve everything." Games should cost $100.
No.
No.
We already
You're
see
killing
that
the
from-
industry. You're gonna kill the industry.
Yeah,
with $100.
you want to go the opposite. What we saw was when we went to 70, revenue did go up a bit, but volume sales went down.
The
Damn.
attachment rate just dropped. It dropped
dropped.
with it.
I want to know.
And,
I,
and,
hold on.
and I mentioned
I'm gonna be
it-
ratchet right now. I'm gonna be ratchet. How the hell y'all gonna mute me?
Your dog was going off.
Yeah,
Oh,
he,
the dog.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
I was like, the
yeah.
chat was saying,
Oh.
yo, someone cut off Lemon's mic. I just like, you know what? I'm gonna be the
Look.
captain, save the show.
Hargit was
And
going
cut
on
it
some
off.
GoPro
I went to
other
the
room was
bathroom.
barking.
I heard him. I said, "Oh, they can't hear that because I got that noise canceling."
Yes, we
I
can.
apologize. I apologize. I apologize. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to HARGEET,
like-
man. Yo, listen, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to save the chat, all right? I was
No,
trying
I'm
to
sorry.
Let Hargeet.
And then I'm
was
listening.
like,
I'm
don't
like,
do that.
yo, I come back. I say, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? And dude's like, no,
No.
they don't hear you. You muted.
Because we could have heard you if I didn't cut it off.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and I mean,
Thank you, bro.
to that point, I mean, Sony themselves are admitting this because they're saying, hey, let's chunk it down to $50 games and sell just smaller portions. You know what? Fair enough, right? If that allows people to actually buy the game, that's a better option, right? And you look at Hellblade, that's going to sell for $50. It's a shorter game. There's also 40 people making the game, right? And that's a better model, right? It hopefully will retain, its profitability. This is the stuff we need to do. More experimentation in that kind of realm instead of going crazy with multi-hundred
Instead
million
of going
dollar
for
budget.
$200.
But hold on.
budget,
Okay. Let me say
I
this.
was gonna-
Yo.
I was gonna add on to his points. Like, look at the success of Hi-Fi Rush.
No. We don't know how many people it took to make it. We don't know what it took to consist of
what
the
I'm
game,
saying-
right?
no, it was a small team. I would say they said it was a very small team. But what I'm saying is that $30 released on Xbox and PC, we saw that its sales when it launched was almost double of every game that was that time, and it was highly successful on Steam and on Xbox. What I'm saying is that those smaller games at that lower cost tend to be way more successful.
Hit that like button, please. Go ahead, son.
And with what BitCloud was saying is that when people were saying $100 solve it, no, because now instead of the cost for one game is what I could be buying for two. I was like, now I have to be more selective, so it's much more.
It's gonna be that magnifying glass gets bigger than ever, and that's the thing. It already happened when dudes was paying 70. So it's like people are picky. You know, they're not gonna just jump on this. Nobody's gonna throw $70 at every single game they see. You know, you're gonna have the weirdos that's gonna act like oh, they gonna say get a new tax bracket. These dudes ain't even buying every single game. They lied. So when you look at the situation, it's like Helldivers is a good explanation of like what you could do for the model. But the thing is, though, I think Sony's kind of just stuck in that old mindset. Like if you look at what they did with Spider-Man 2, right? Spider-Man 2 had a $200 million budget, but if you look at the Insomniac leaks, they took a lot of stuff that should have just been part of the base game and are splitting that up into parts. Like you got a Venom part, you got all this other additional stuff that's going to be its own standalone things. Some people might like it. I personally am like, I don't know. Especially we don't know the pricing for that. So it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, if they charge 70 for that Venom, I think they should charge 50. I think that's a more realistic thing. It's much like Miles Morales.
Right? Yeah.
I was like,
that's honestly what it should be. I was like, I honestly think that if it's not going to be a full blown like super sequel and a smaller standalone title, it needs to be cheaper than a full price game. I was like, if you're selling Spider-Man 2 for 70, Venom needs to be 50 or even 45.
You would think they learned from the Order 1886. Remember the Order 1886 was? It wasn't that long of a game, but it was it had a good.
I thought that game was good, but
it had a good foundation.
You never fought the vampires, so I was pissed off.
Yeah.
But listen, man. Listen. It's late. Yo, first of all, when we get off camera, I got something to say to you. Big Cloud Gaming. God damn it.
Oh.
Got some, first of all, we're gonna get these outros. Yo, first of all, shout out to this awesome community, man. Yo, listen. Unlike some of these mustard hearts, not mustard hearts, these honey mustard hearts. Honey mustard, because you sweet out in these streets. You sweet. Shout out to these dudes that do not believe in the stuff they put on Twitter, right? I believe in everything I say. First of all, shout out to my new member, right? Awesome dude. PlayStation enthusiast, but he keep it gangster because we all want better for gaming on a general basis.
I want that confident Sony from the PS3 gen versus
facts. And you're gonna be at PAX, and you outside. You know I rock with you, right? And ILP brethren, right? Didn't even know you was down with my team, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say this, and I always put my emotions on my sleeve because I keep it gangster. Didn't even know you was down my squad. Saw your content, saw your channel. I said, yo, I need this dude because he keep it gangster and real, right? Because that's why I got into YouTube, because I was trying to listen to people like Crap Gamer and weirdos like that who just want to do shit for clicks. I wanted a real PlayStation dude that demand
at
better.
The Megatons every day.
From the brand. From the brand. From the brand.
Just buy a PlayStation. No, just buy an Xbox.
You're right. So that's why my brother's down with me. You know, I set out the invite, and it's a welcoming situation to this channel. So shout out to you, right? Give them the information, what you playing next, the platforms you support, whatever you want to do. It's your lane. Let's get it done because we're doing these outros. Let's go.
Yes, sir. If you want, I can put a link to it. If you want to put the link to the channel for them, I could do that. But Big Cloud Gaming, YouTube, Twitter, all that. You're in there. Unlike these dudes crying on social media, your boy Big has been playing these games. I just platinumed Helldivers 2. You know, I'm not
I didn't see
crying
that.
games. Yes, sir. I've been on Twitter. You know, I ain't over here crying over stuff. No, I'm supporting games, support the hobby. That's all
He
I care about. Is the hobby.
outside.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, want to check me out there? Check out the videos in regards to the end of exclusivity, all that junk. I went over it. I even talked about it yesterday on the channel as well in my live stream. So, you guys check that out. Again, man, I don't care for nothing. That's how it is. I've always been like this. King Dave will tell you I've always been like this. It's just if I got a problem and you ask me a straight question, I'm gonna give you a straight answer.
Facts.
That's how I am. I'm built different. I can't lie because at the end of the day, if we lie, we're not gonna get anything good in the long run.
Right.
So that's simple. So
That's
it.
yo, look, yo, bro. Listen, that's how I respect you more. I ain't even know you was down with the team.
Been for a while.
I saw you on some individual situation. I said, I need this dude. And then, you know, I hit up a Cognito, shout out to Cog, the ninja of the situation. He said, yo, I said, yo, listen, I want to bring this dude on my channel because he a real gamer. Real shit. PlayStation guy, right?
Yes, sir.
And he co-signed you. And then when I found out you was writing it, I said, oh shit, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. I just respected you as an individual. You understand? And that's why you here, because I respect you and I'm glad you accepted the invite. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Facts. Real gamer shit.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Shout out to the shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you. Appreciate the invite, of course.
Love you, bro.
Bloody Supra.
Facts.
Of course, Hargee. It's always good to talk to Hargee. I gotta get you on the RGT, man. I gotta get you on RGT. You're everywhere. Everybody's the chat. Hargee's everywhere.
And a lot of
He's
people
everywhere.
can't say his last name.
But are you bored? Are you bored?
Shout out to HARGEET, man. But listen, let's move on. HARGEET, man. You know, from the first time I met you, yo, there was like a dude named HARGEET taking us to dinner. I said, whoa, hey, whoa. We in PAX 2019. Didn't even know this guy. This guy show up. Great spirited person, video game dude, very sociable. I said, yo, I didn't even know who you was, HARGEET. Right? I seen you do super chats on other people's channels, but you know, everything's not about a super chat. It's about somebody being real and being who they are. But when I met you in real life, HARGEET, you was the same dude in these comments, in these super chats. I fuck with you. Facts. Right? That's a fact. That's why when I get you on my channel, I feel like I'm graced by the prince, right? Because no, I respect everything you say, HARGEET. You never do nothing malicious. You never do things from your opinion. You always try to give people the facts, and then and this is why I made a channel, because I always try to give people facts. Everybody got an opinion, but that don't make it right. But when people give you the realness and drop the knowledge, he's one of the dudes in the community that drop the knowledge. So HARGEET, man, I'll see you in PAX. I'll be there. Want to introduce you to a couple people. You know, you get to know these people. But I respect the hell out of you. Yo, bro, I give you your flowers. You are an awesome individual, right? We've had, no, you are. And I'm always going to give these dudes the flowers. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody here, man. Hit that like and subscribe. I always bring people on this channel who I respect. Post up, I respect. That's been my brother before I even had a YouTube channel. He's always been my dude. HARGEET, I met from this situation. And this is why I tell people, video game bring real people together. I can't be nothing but a real person. I don't care who you support, what you believe in. I will always be a real person. And HARGEET, I will always respect, because this dude was a real one in real life. So HARGEET, Give them your information. Tell them what you playing, whatever you want to promote. Games on Daily.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for having me on. Yeah, and definitely we're looking forward to having people up in PAX in Boston. That's where I'm from. So we'll see all the people who come up here. But yeah, so GameOnDaily.com, YouTube.com/GameOnDaily. Check out Go Live every Saturday at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And normally I'm on Fonz's channel with Games Talk Live on Sunday at 6 p.m. However, I'll be flying out to San Diego tomorrow, so I will not be able to do that. Most of my podcasts next week I don't think are going to happen because I'll be working. So next week I'll be out, but usually I'm on Boom's podcast on Wednesdays. It's Primetime Gaming on Double Barrel Gaming channel. Check that out, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I'm H-Chani on Discord and H-Chani on Xbox, and I'm not on Twitter or any of the other fun things. And yeah,
I'm trying to get him on Twitter. I'm trying to get him on Twitter. I'm trying.
If he was on Twitter, him and
No, he was not on Twitter.
I'm saying he was. I'm saying him and Gas would be going all over the place.
Yo, Gas my dude.
I know he kind of goes off on Twitter, doesn't he?
Yeah. Gas my dude.
That's understandable.
Gas my dude,
he's
you're
the opposite of me. He really goes after people all the time.
Yeah.
Man, like, I don't know. I'm I don't want to get into people.
HARGEET is like he's gonna talk in general. Gaz is gonna point every individual out.
Facts.
That's what he does. Yeah, I'm not about
Facts. No, he's not about that. So now I'm gonna move on to my other co-host. Yo, listen, man. I'm gonna get into my boy Bloody Knuckles. Right? Let me explain to you about this dude. And shout out to the chat. Yo, you got 94 likes. I appreciate that, man. If you could do a little bit more, hit that like button. But I'm going to say something. This dude here, Pocahontas King, you heard? You heard? The man with the sexy hair in the game, man. Introduced me to my other co-host. You heard? This is my brother. King of New York. Shit got crazy in the streets. Held me down. You heard? This Indian, last of the Mohicans, held me down. Texas brother. When everybody thought I was crazy, this dude said, yo, he's not crazy, he's loyal. So I shout out to you, Bloody. Facts. Support this guy, man. He's the Japanese connoisseur of gaming. You want that Final Fantasy Rebirth? You want that what's the other game? Sega. What's the other game, bro? Bloody?
Which one? Persona or
No.
Like a Dragon?
Usually you
Bloody,
cruise
help
like
with
a
that.
dragon.
Yeah.
You
Like
want
Dragon.
the walkthroughs? My brother got you. You heard? Shout out to you, Bloody. What you got going on? Say your outros, and then we don't get into the locks that rocks.
Man's getting sleepy's over here. That liquor is a little boy. I was like, he's got that slow voice now. He's just like, yeah. Oh, I was like, he's gone after this. As soon as we off, he's out. Well, you already know who it is.
Fine, boy.
The Bloody Nux, aka the Mad Dragon of Xbox, as well as one of the teams over there at LV1 Gaming. I appreciate always coming out on the show and showing love to y'all because the chat always going off and always being able to talk with my brothers over here. Love everyone. I was like, y'all can find me on all the platforms at Bloody Nux, KNUX. You'll find me also streaming over on SharePlay and Twitch about 4 to 5 times a week. I'm also doing some new changes on my YouTube channel. I was like 1 more VODs and single videos.
Yeah.
You can also catch the Smash podcast. I was like, we're moving stuff around, but for those, if we don't have the group podcast, I'm actually introducing a new show called Talking Smash, where it's gonna be solo talking to y'all about all the big stuff that's going on.
Let's go.
Movies, anything. Like, so ways to kind of keep the news going if we can't get the team together. So be looking out for that here coming up soon.
Okay. So now listen, man, it's your boy Lemetius, aka Right-Handed Zeus. You already knew what it is. But I'm gonna say this for the record, man. Support real people. You hear me? Support real people. The guys of the world. You heard? HARGEET, you heard? 3-bit, you heard? Yeah, and my boy, Bloody Chuckles. Support these dudes because you know what? You know what? At the end of the day, we outside and we do what it do.
108 Sleepy TV in the building over here.
Yo, listen.
Sippy Sip TV.
Yo, listen. We do what it do, you heard? So I want you to support the real gamer. Not these dudes that stroke your ego to support your bullshit ass narrative. Nah, not them dudes. Dudes that really speak the truth. You heard? So anyway, we done. You heard? I'm about to be outside. If you in New York, we about to go to the club. Anyway.
He's lying. He's about to go to bed.
No, I ain't going to bed. That was last night. I fell asleep. But I'm going outside.
I'm about to fall asleep right now.
Yeah, he's going to sleep right now.
I know that one. I know that one. You're going right to sleep as soon as you hit offline.
Yo, goddamn, don't do that.
He getting
No,
names wrong.
dude.
He getting name wrong and forgetting
Yeah,
out,
already
bro.
counting
Yeah, there it
shoulders.
is.
He gonna be counting.
Yo,
shoulders
everyone,
in the
give an air horn for Sleepy Time over here for him.
Let's go. Let's go. Your boy Lemon, we outside, you heard?
Sign out.
Yo,
Sign off.
listen.
That damn button to shut off.
Everybody be good. My Cali dudes be good. You heard? Shout out to y'all. We done, you heard? I'll at y'all later.
Sign off.
Why me, baby? Let's go.
He's done. He's done.
Oh.
This went straight in the toilet.
Yo, Bloody, say it with me. Oh. Oh.
Oh, yeah?
Do it one more time, son. Oh, yeah.
No. Hey.
Yo, Huggy. I'm sorry, Huggy.
That's it.